Been a winner, and now it's Timon is only his second season. Get up here, make a difference, make a mark, and that could be a great outlet pass, gap closure, finishing your check. But open the eyes to make sure that everyone knows you still think you got a possibility of making this squad.
This is it for the exhibition schedule. It's the Blues and the Hawks, and we've got it all for you. The final game of the preseason coming up next, right here from Milwaukee on Chicago Sports Network.
No, not now.
Yeah, dude, that doesn't look good.
I know what to do.
What's that?
I'm going to cashnetusa.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, I can have the money as soon as the same business day.
Oh, nice save.
Saving the day is easy. With CashNet USA.
When you need money fast, be the hero. Go to cashnetusa.com to apply for the money you need now.
Just put it all out there. This would be the thing that I would chase, so I can't chase it anymore.
Are you certain he'll fit?
Sure.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Need promo gear? 4imprint certainly got it. Apparel, drinkware, bags, and more. Go get it at 4imprint.com.
4imprint, for certain.
Those 26 miles in the rain?
Yeah.
FrameBridge can frame that with custom framing made easy. Whether it's a pick or a Picasso, FrameBridge will frame it with the highest quality materials. Millions of custom frames and counting. Get started today at framebridge.com.
We all know that we'll eventually need a will. Eventually. How about right now? Trust and Will has taken the process of creating your will and made it easy. Like while you're lounging on the couch, easy. Trust and Will is designed by attorneys, but customized by you. One question at a time. All documents are state-specific, legally valid, and start at just $199. That's not a typo. Find the plan that's right for you at trustandwill.com.
Monday, new season, new questions. Get the latest on all the biggest stories as we embark on the new NHL campaign.
I love his competitive nature, so look out for this team.
NHL Tonight season preview, Monday, 7 Eastern on NHL Network.
As well as all the members of our military, home and abroad, as organist Terry Marcotte and soloist Jim Corneliuson perform our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof
Hawks and Blues will see each other 3 times in the regular season, including the Winter Classic, New Year's Eve at Wrigley. They did meet once earlier in the preseason, a 3-2 St. Louis overtime win. Arvid Soderblom gets the call for the Hawks. 25-year-old Swede, solid in his only other preseason game. Was a loss to the Wings, but he stopped 31 of 33. Vadim Zurenko, 23-year-old Russian, gets the start for the Blues. 12-4-1, 904 save percentage with Springfield last season.
Yeah, and for Luke Richardson and the veteran players that spoke after the game last night, entirely disappointed for the last 2 games against the Minnesota Wild. And you know, an opportunity now not to turn the page, because certainly the group that's going to be here this year, you know, have got to get together as a team and got to find that battle and that wherewithal that you need to have, because it's hard to just turn it on in the regular season, and that starts in Utah. But here we go, a good one here this evening in Milwaukee, a city that I absolutely love.
And a great crowd in the building tonight as we are set to go right here on Chicago Sports Network. Bedard facing off against Walker. This one is underway. Glad to have you with us as the puck's fired deep into the Hawk zone. Soderblom out to play it up the boards, back to the line. Not out, kept onside by Perunovic as he puts it back down low. Knocked away from Kapanen, chipped ahead. Bedard, nice pass off the wall. Here goes Korchinski working through center, over the line with a drop pass, nobody home. And it's turned back by Matthew Joseph. Drops it off to Kapanen. Walker going to the goal. There's a shot on that. Soderblom able to make the save. Does not give up a rebound, and he hangs on for our first whistle.
Well, for Connor Bedard, playing in back-to-back games, getting the A on his sweater, he's got a familiar guy on his right side, and that's Kurashev. Last year, Bedard and Kurashev played 64 games together. They found some chemistry. They had a lot of cohesion and some success together. With Lucas Reichel on the left side, Bedard and Reichel, they played 9 games together last year. So it's not like you're throwing, you know, these 3 young players together and there's not that familiarity. They should have a good game here tonight.
First period is brought to you by Toyota. As the Blues control, shot from the line, hit a leg in front, puck knocked free, trickles back towards the blue line, kept onside by Bolduc for a moment, but finally cleaned up by Slaggert and lifted into the zone by Anderson. Bolduc back, he'll put it to the corner. Tucker is there, has control with room, hit his own man in the back of the foot as he tried to make a pass at center, and the loose puck corralled by Athanasiou. And he had a chance to feed it over to Slaggert, but couldn't get it there as he had an open lane to the net. Stays in the battle, though.
Yeah, I'm expecting a big game from Athanasiou. This is one of those games against a younger St. Louis Blues team with the wheels that Athanasiou has, and he hasn't shown it on a consistent basis during training camp. This is a good one for him to let go and use those wheels to his advantage.
Pass through center. Entry denied on a good play there by Doc. Hawks on the attack down the far side, but Nazar with a wraparound. The puck winds up on the other side. Good chance there. Shot hit traffic in front. That goes off the leg of Tyler Tucker. Back to the line. Slapped on goal and score! Deflected in front. A long shot for the line finds its way through. And it may be Donato's goal. Looked like it might have gone off the blue, and the Hawks open the scoring.
Yeah, and Doc was also in front of the net. Fans on their feet here in Milwaukee. And this one started out with a good play earlier by Anderson, just getting the puck in deep. Now Del Mastro takes a hit to make a play, and he pushes it back to Donato. I thought Donato and his line with Maroon and Smith last night were very good. But yes, it goes off Tucker's right ankle or knee and right into the net.
So a fortunate bounce for Ryan Donato, and the Hawks take a 1-0 lead in the early stages in this one. They had a 2-0 lead after one in St. Louis in their previous meeting in the preseason. Blues came back and wound up prevailing in overtime in that game as they blow it down at the offside at the Chicago blue line.
Well, Del Mastro certainly had a lot of composure on that boards, and with that long reach, the young defenseman was able to poke it back to the point. But yeah, you know, for Donato, he just comes and plays, and there's a good look at Del Mastro heading off for a bit of a change here. So, I mean, you're looking at Del Mastro and Phillips, Korchinski, Crevier, Allen, and Strand. I mean, that's a very young D group right there with a lot of potential.
Puck played in deep, Hawks on it. Strand pressured. Blues steal. There's a shot by Skinner, deflected in front. Cleaned up in behind the net by Isaac Phillips, but not out of trouble yet as the Blues are hard on the forecheck. Loose puck. Chipped across the top of the crease. Strand, who actually had to sign a PTO to come back up and play, did that today as a shot off the boards is corralled and hung on to by Arvid Soderblom.
Well, let's take a look back at the goal scored by the Hawks. There's the reach right there, and he knows he's going to get popped a little bit. Zach Dean doesn't actually go through him, and but he still knows that he could get hit hard, but he makes that play back to the point and right off the leg of Tucker and into the net past the young goaltender Zarenko, who's only played one previous game here in the preseason with a 6.09 goals against average. So it's one game. It's hard to get a real gauge on how you are. But that was a good luck bounce right there for the Hawks.
Korchinski puts the puck up the boards, cut off by Perunovic. Puck goes over to Joseph on the far side, trying to keep it alive. Plays it down the wall, but it's intercepted and worked out by Reichel. Flips the puck in and around. Kurashev on the forecheck with Bedard. It goes to the other side. Reichel leaves it. Crevier, the towering blue liner, pinches in and chops at it, but the Blues get control. And it's worked out by the other Joseph, Pierre-Olivier, the two Joseph brothers playing tonight.
I see big number 77. I think of a player that ended up winning the Stanley Cup last year. The big Finn that played for the Florida Panthers last year. Mikkola. Big Nico Mikkola wearing number 77. Yeah.
There's a cross-ice pass.
Both the Josephs out here in tonight's game for the Blues.
Puck played back to the line. Johannesson under pressure, stolen by Reichel, and finally able to get it out as he feeds it ahead to Bedard. He's by himself. Line mate's gone to the bench. Puck comes back out to the blue line, and Bolduc bumps it back into his own zone.
Oh, yeah, Bedard giving Tucker a little shove right there.
Yeah, going at it out near the line. Bedard at the end of a shift. He'll head off. Worked in by Dvorsky, played in front, chopped loose, bouncing puck, flipped back towards the blue line. There's a wrister that goes wide, off the back of the net. Scramble down low.
That's one player to keep your eye on. If you're the Hawks on the ice, Bolduc, who wears number 76, a former first-round pick, he can really fire the puck and loves to do so.
Big scorer and junior, won a Memorial Cup in 2023. I think he had 102 goals his last 2 years in the Quebec League. Combined?
That's exactly right. He's a shooter.
Strand able to chip it in. The Calgary native turns back. Blues able to bring it out. Worked out to center ice by Schuneman, but it's turned over in the neutral zone. Athanasiou tried to get it over the line. Donato steps in early. The goal scorer goes offside.
Man, you know when you're going up against Tucker that he's going to stand up, he's going to hold the line, he's going to close gaps, and right here he takes a little bit of a grab right there on Bedard, and Bedard gave him a little right-hand shove right there, the sticky leather mitt right in the chops right there at the very end of that sequence.
Hawks fired in and around. Bouncing puck. Settled down by Perunovic. He puts it up the far side. Strand stands his ground, trying to keep it onside, but it's finally forced out to center ice. Doc is there under pressure. Slides it back in on goal. Zarenko will play it as he shovels it over to Joseph. Work through center ice now into the zone is Dean on the backhand with a shot, and Soderblom got a piece of that and turned it aside. Long shot from the line, never got through, hit traffic in the circle, and the Hawks corral it, and out comes Donato, waiting for support as he works it, and it's Nazar with him. Here's Donato with a shot, and that's wide of the goal. It might have gone off the glove of Zarenko as Donato looks for his second goal of the period, and then throws a hit out at center ice, leaning into McEachern.
Oh, this game's got some spirit to it. Just a great feel here in Milwaukee. And a good play in the defensive zone by Doc to get that puck up the ice to create the 2-on-1.
There's a steal by Gutman as he heads into the zone. Turns back along the far boards with a pass down low in behind the net. Zach Sanford, the former Blue on it. Battling on the boards. Taken away by McGing as he'll fire it out to center ice. LaFerriere to the line. Chips it all the way across. Bouncing puck. Johannesson dumps it in deep into the zone, and it's on the far side now where it's chipped down low. Kaskamaki knocked down by a couple of Hawks in the corner. In to clean up, though, as LaFerriere put it in front, and that ricocheted across the top of the crease. Back behind the net, there's a pass picked off. Good position by Savoie, and he's able to loft it out and relieve some pressure, then head off on a change. Bank pass tipped in, no, it wasn't. Blown down on the icing call.
Yeah, for Colton Doc, making the play in your own zone and making sure you win the board battles. But here he is, here he spins, he turns, as a left-hand shot on the right side and puts himself in a good position to get that to Donato. He's got Nazar driving hard to the net. I thought he was going to fire a little saucer pass, but I would say this. I'm sure the mantra from the coaches are shoot the puck.
Yes.
I mean, shoot the puck. And it starts with practices where, you know, you just think you're in a European flow drill every time and you get into bad habits and looking for the pretty play. But at this NHL level, you got a chance to shoot it, you fire the puck.
Well, shot's never a bad play. It's a cliche, but cliches are usually cliches because they're true, and that's another icing call in St. Louis. And
I used to like it when no one shot on me.
You were great when that happened.
I was really good. And Donato's got a wicked wrist shot.
Yeah.
I mean, he gets a lot of heat on it, and he shoots it high. Ask any one of the Hawk goalies that face him in practice, and you take one in the shoulder, one in the mask, and he's got a lot on those wristers right there. Pretty good toe curve that he's got, and he's been rewarded with his good play in preseason. We're in the A in this one.
12 goals last season, 14 previous year with Seattle. First goal in this game, just past the 6-minute mark of the opening period.
Yeah, so on the left side of the ice, Kurashev, a left-hander, takes the faceoffs instead of Bedard because he can go to the backhand.
Up against Nathan Walker, who wins the draw with some help from Tucker.
That Walker's a spunky player. He plays with a lot of feistiness every single night.
Definitely following an untraditional path to the NHL. Born in Wales and grew up in Australia. You don't see that very often.
It's an incredible story.
Yep.
He's a really great kid. Great attitude.
Schuneman back, takes a bump. Looks like he might have got clipped with a stick. Play continues. Reichel was up on the forecheck. Puck played out to center. Walker blasted into the zone.
Yeah, good stand up there by Del Mastro, though.
Yep.
Taking away that blue line. That's what we're talking about. The little things in the game for the young defenseman, and that starts with gap closure. Good move.
Hunter Skinner passes ahead to Kapanen, tipped it in, but it goes right to Korchinski. And he banks it around to Del Mastro, clears the zone. That hit a blue as they were changing, but I think they only had 5 skaters on the ice.
No,
Play continues.
Yeah, they were okay there.
Long pass out of the reach of Slaggert. That'll go all the way down for an icing call on Chicago.
And there's a good look at Slaggert, who did get sent down, but you know, he's a player that I know management will always be keeping an eye on him. And he played late last year, obviously, after finishing from Notre Dame. And there's Del Mastro, as you saw, right at the blue line, stepping up right here. I mean, if he's back another 5 feet, there's no way. He's kind of in no man's land. But instead, he's close enough that it's not going to be interference, and he's able to bump him and get Joseph just off his lane a little bit.
Well done by the young defenseman. Hawks bring it in. Athanasiou down the wing, put it in front. One-handed shot on goal. Good play by Slaggert there to steer that on net. Turned away by Zarenko. Nice setup by Athanasiou. As the Hawks look to add to their lead. Puck tumbling back into Chicago territory. Phillips is there. He'll bank it ahead. Anderson makes a pass. It's chopped away, but Athanasiou able to chase it down in the corner under some pressure. The Blues get control. Approaching the 8-minute mark of the opening period. Dumped into the zone now by Johannesson all the way around. Chicago with control, and Phillips with the puck. And a long pass tipped into the zone. Tucker feeds it ahead and out. Onto the stick of McEachern. Gets it across. Puck worked in deep by Toropchenko. Turns along the far side. Stolen by the Hawks. And now it's brought through center ice by Nazar. Gains the line over to Donato. He's tripped up on the play. No call. Stumbled over a stick. There's Doc. Pass in front. Hit somebody on the way by. Slowed down. Little changeup on Zarenko. Finally able to reach out and cover the puck for a stoppage. 11.5 left in the opening period. Ryan Donato. Nice spank off Blues defender. 1-0 Chicago.
There's an easier way. From fixing your cabinets to cleaning your countertops, taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Big dog, small dog. One thing's always the same. There's no place quite like the backyard. It's their favorite place. With Halo Collar, you can make that backyard any place. Instantly set up GPS fences anywhere and create boundaries that safely open up the world. So whatever size, whatever place, you're always in your backyard. Get the all-new redesigned Halo Collar 4 today.
I think we need a bigger yard.
With our credit?
Credit Karma can show us how to improve our credit for free. Then we can get a place with a bigger yard.
Yay! Intuit Credit Karma. Download the app today.
Superstars return to NHL Network. And away we go. When Sidney Crosby and the Penguins face Austin Matthews and the Leafs. And Connor McDavid and the Oilers host their intra-province rivals. It all starts Saturday, October 12th. NHL Network.
To get started.
Well, you look back at last year, just before Christmas, before the break, in a very exciting game in St. Louis, one which the Hawks were dominating and led by this brilliant goal here by Connor Bedard. And then it was a comeback of the ages in that game to kind of spoil Christmas a little bit, you know, by the Blues in a raucous arena right there. And last year, you know, he's got the 22, 39 assists, missed 14 games, and won the Calder Trophy, the 10th Blackhawk to win the Rookie of the Year in the National Hockey League.
Eleven and a half minutes left in the first. Mentioned right off the top, but what a great crowd here in Milwaukee tonight. I mean, they are
fantastic.
into it.
Absolutely. From the beginning, from outside, it's a beautiful day here. A lot of brats, a lot of pilsners, a lot of fun outside. That's all I saw.
It's right in my wheelhouse, I'll tell you that much. Just a terrific environment for the final game of the exhibition schedule. Puck to center ice, Del Mastro on it. Over to Allen, lifted in, and that clears the glass into row 2.
Well, let's take a look at the visiting St. Louis Blues squad right here. And the head coach, Drew Bannister, took over for Craig Berube, who's now the head coach of the Toronto Maple Leafs. But they've added to their staff. And you see Drew, who was an interim coach, but Doug Armstrong, their general managers, here in the building. After a long process, went back to him.
Nazar takes a spill. Sorry, Panger, but a good job coming back to break up that play as the King was headed in on a 2-on-1.
Yeah, Del Mastro again.
Yep.
He's asserting himself early in this game.
But he has some experience on that coaching staff for the Blues. You know,
yeah, sure do.
You talked about Claude Julien, or I'm not sure if you mentioned him or not, but you got a guy who won a Stanley Cup as a head coach with the Bruins, and get him on your bench, and you just can't overemphasize how big that is to have a guy like him with his resume out there.
Yeah, 2011 champs with Boston.
Drew Bannister replaced Craig Berube, and they had a real push down the stretch. The Blues went 11-5-2 over the final 18 games, but missed out on a playoff spot. That gave the Blues enough confidence as an organization to take the interim tag off. Here's Kapanen to center with Walker. Flipped over to Walker. Under pressure from Crevier, uses that long reach to knock the puck free, and then lean on Walker as the Hawks have a chance to clear the zone. Flip through center, out of the reach of Bedard. Pierre-Olivier Joseph goes back to it. He'll settle it down behind his own net, give it to his brother.
That's got to be something, playing together in the same team.
Matthew Joseph denied entry, though, as the puck's fed back towards him. That's stolen at center ice. And worked in now by Sanford. Fez it through for Savoie. Stick tied up, has to kick it to the corner with his left foot. Stays in the battle, but Tucker able to come back and take it away.
Good job by Gutman, though. Little smaller guy, but he gets right in there.
Stays in the battle. Puck slides back towards Sorenko, and he's seen enough. Covers up for a faceoff.
Well, we got another good example of Del Mastro right here. McGinn looks like he's got himself a shot. He's kind of waiting, and now he's kind of gliding a little bit, and he doesn't realize the big 38's coming in on him. He lifts the stick, takes it away, and takes away a golden opportunity there. And there's Gutman getting on the inside of Tucker. That Tucker ends up going right into the referee. But that's what you want from Cole Gutman, is that kind of play.
Just past the midway mark of the first. Hawks up 1-0 on Chicago Sports Network.
That should hold it for now.
What should we do?
I know what to do.
You do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
You're my hero.
Saving the day is easy with CashNet USA.
When you need money fast, be the hero. Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need now.
People said I was crazy to do this. Just a surf coach who wanted to shake up the sunglass industry. I wanted something different, radical, and fun. I didn't want to blend in, so I created blenders. Born on the beach in San Diego, now rocked with pride worldwide. We're bright, we're bold, at a price that everyone can afford. Don't blend in. Welcome to your new favorite shades.
Today, when it comes to comparing players, the backs of their hockey cards just won't cut it. Get the stats behind the stats with NHL Edge, featuring its one-of-a-kind comparison tool. So you're not just comparing point totals, you're comparing speed, shot power, and impact on the game. But if we're being honest, you can't compare style points, at least not yet. Know more about every stat, every shift, and every star with NHL Edge.
Back inside Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee. Rick Ball, Darren Pang in the broadcast booth. Say hello to all the fans watching on the NHL Network as well tonight.
Yep. Our third game on Chicago Sports Network as well. Starting to feel comfortable, Rick?
Settling in.
You are, aren't you? You sure are.
Looking forward to getting things kicked off. The Tuesday game is a national game on ESPN. We'll have our first Chicago Sports Network regular season broadcast next Friday as the Hawks continue a 4-game road trip to start the season with the battle in Winnipeg against the Jets. And that'll be a big matchup in the division.
What a test that's going to be.
They've got a good team again this year.
Yeah,
one of the best
absolutely.
goalies in the league.
And one of the great buildings. I mean, if you're not ready for a game in Winnipeg, oh boy, you're going to be falling behind early.
Yeah, that's
got some great atmosphere.
They can get on you quick. They're right on top of the ice surface. It gets loud in there. And then on to Edmonton and wrapping things up in Calgary before they come back home and face the San Jose Sharks in the home opener.
Hopefully Macklin Celebrini will be ready by that
How
time.
about that? Couple of bounce right. Goal. And Zarenko did a good job to get back at the left pad on that.
That wouldn't count though.
Yeah, went off the referee, right?
Would not count.
Yeah.
Went off the referee.
Yeah, that would have been disallowed, but still a pretty good play.
Years ago in St. Louis, there was a play that went off the Robert Bortuzzo shot it off of referee Tim Peel.
I remember that
And it
play.
went past Roberto Luongo. It was something else.
And if I'm not mistaken, Peel was in the corner, or
Yes,
close
he
to
was.
it, and it ricocheted in. That's hard to do.
One of the funniest things I've seen.
Perunovic on the puck. Blues bring it out. Pass for Toropchenko in his feet. Has to chase it down and then bumps it back into his own zone. Slaggert applying some pressure, but the Blues control. Steered into the Hawk zone. Toropchenko up on the forecheck. Zach Dean trying to cut behind the net. Took a spill. That gives the Hawks time to bring it out. Pass across. Del Mastro couldn't settle it down. Toropchenko at the end of his shift for the Blues. Plays the puck deep. Heads to the bench for a change. Each team with only one shot so far in this game, although that's not correct. 6-5. It says 1-1 on the scoreboard, but that
it's rusty.
I was going to say that can't be right.
No three-pointers yet here in Bucks territory.
Hawks with a slight edge, 6-5 in shots on goal.
It says all over the place here. Fear the deer. That's what it says.
It does.
I saw my old building when I played for the Admirals. The Mecca is still up and at 'em. That's where the Admirals still play.
Is that just across the way here? Here's a chance now. Nazar on the attack, trying to get a shot away. Cut off along the near post by Zarenko. Good rush there by Nazar. Shot from the far boards. Whistles just wide. It was Crevier who let that one go as he let it fly off the right side.
Nazar bit a bit of the boards there behind. He really paid the price to drive hard to that post.
LaFerriere flips it across. Joseph carries in. Shadow by Korchinski. Pass back. Shot by Skinner off of Donato wide of the goal. Drop back on the far side for Walker racing in from the bench. He'll play it behind the net. Joseph back to Walker. To the line. There's a shot by Skinner. That breaks Donato's stick as he slowed it down enough to allow a teammate Crevier to clear the puck out.
Yeah, and I don't think Crevier saw that his stick broke and trying to bank it off the boards to a streaking Donato, but he had to go for a new twig.
Strand flips the puck ahead. High loft out to center ice. Chopped away. Back on it. Strand. He'll backhand it ahead. Walker cut it off, but recovered by Bedard, who spins along the boards in front of the penalty boxes. Under some pressure still with the puck as he's stick handling in tight quarters. Now it's fed across. Strand gains the line. Took a pretty good bump of Walker on the far side, but the puck comes back down low to Bedard. He got a shot away, and that's stopped by Zarenko.
Oh,
and able to squeeze it for a face-off.
Yeah, good pass there by Kurashev, and Bedard was able to get that in his skates to his stick and get a quick shot. But here's the play by Nazar, driving hard to the net there as a righty on the backhand, and you see that it looks like a skate right there of McGinn. Right there, his left knee, left skate, and just kind of pushing him. And Nazar ends up right into the boards right there before the goaltender Zarenko makes that save on the short side. There's that play right there from Kurashev to Bedard. And quick feet right there to get it back to the tip of his blade and try to raise it over the shoulder.
Hawks win the draw, puck played down low.
Another bounce there. Obviously, this isn't an NHL arena. There's going to be some funky bounces. And that one went off the post and out of play.
Yeah, and then
no, that hit the netting.
It did hit the netting.
Yeah,
Bedard tried to sneak it in short side, hit the post. Play continues. Hawks say, all right, we'll keep going here. But it definitely went up into the netting. The officials never saw it.
Yeah.
And now it's over the glass.
So now
that's going to be a penalty. Yeah.
See, this whole thing should be contested because the puck should have been dead anyway because it hit the netting. And this play would have never happened. I'm a little surprised there's not more argument on that.
Well, we'll sort it out when we come back. Right now, Dylan Peterson's gone to the box, and it looks like the Hawks are going on the power play with a 1-0 lead in the first on Chicago Sports Network.
All right, players only. I've never liked someone that beat me up more in my life.
Those are two tough matchups. The group's pretty excited right now.
I've got a brother that doesn't take it easy on me.
Yeah. Pre-game with the players before the pucks drop. NHL Now begins Tuesday on NHL Network.
This is Carvana, and this is how you can sell us your car. Visit Carvana, answer a few questions, we'll give you a real offer, then set a time for us to pick it up and pay you on the spot. Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Tires look great when they're new, but turn dull and brown over time. Restoring that new look with traditional tire dressings can be greasy and can sling all over your vehicle. And they just don't last. Cerakote's Rapid Ceramic Tire Coat is different. It's easy to apply and gives you that new tire look without the oily mess. Cerakote's proprietary technology bonds to the surface, repels the elements, and lasts longer than greasy dressings. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling family of products with over 40,000 5-star reviews. Tire Coat available for under $15 at these leading retailers today.
Grandpa and I used to work on this together, and when I'm gone, I want you to have it.
Doesn't count. What you need is a will, something you can sign and make official. Start your will at trustandwill.com and make it count.
Are you certain he'll fit?
Sure.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. Need promo gear? 4imprint certainly got it. Apparel, drinkware, bags, and more. Go get it at 4imprint.com. 4imprint, for certain.
Well, this is the sequence we were just talking about the puck hitting the net. After Connor Bedard took the puck, the battle behind the net by Reichel, he brings it to the forehand, tries to fire it, it goes off the post, and it goes somewhere up here. Does that end up in the netting? And we could see it clearly from ours, but the referee didn't see it. I don't think Connor saw it. And then right after that, he hoists it right over the glass and gets a minor penalty. So it's
it definitely caught that. It was a good 4 or 5 feet over the glass.
We could see it from our angle, and we're low. We're on the concourse level here. An advantage to us. We had the best view of it.
Hawks get the first power play of the hockey game. Bedard fires it over to Kurashev. Korchinski. Back to Kurashev. Doc in front, and Reichel couldn't get a stick to it. He got hooked. That'll be another penalty, but Bedard should give it away, so they get the 5-on-3. But in the meantime, they get a pretty good chance. Right in front of the goal was Doc with a little spin move on the backhand. Finally, Soderblom realizes that it's a delayed penalty and heads to the bench for the 6th skater. Here's Bedard walking it across. Fire it. Let it go. Rips the puck on goal. That's fought off. Bouncing around, winds up behind the net. Finally touched by the Blues. And the Hawks will get a 5-on-3 with 1:24 left in the first St. Louis penalty.
You're right. That took a long time for Soderblom to get over there to the bench. Call was in the corner to the left of the goaltender Zarenko, and it was just a little wee hook on the elbows, but enough to garnet the call right there. And
Johannesson heads to the penalty box.
Johannessen's going to go off. There it is, right there. The right-hander. There was an original draft pick of the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Blues like him, and there's the stick right clearly up in the elbow there of Reichel.
Two-man advantage for the Hawks. Bedard gets the puck back to Korchinski. Back to Bedard. Doc in the slot. Reichel's side of the goal. That's Kurashev on the flank. Back to Korchinski. Takes a look, fans, gets the puck back just in time. Kurashev, Reichel, back to Kurashev. Looking for Bedard. Good play there by the Blues, and it's cleaned up and fed down the ice by Zach Dean at the end of his shift.
A little too predictable there on that play.
Bedard back on the attack. He'll set it up on the left half boards with a play back to Korchinski. Now Bedard working the puck towards the goal. He turns one more time, feeds it over with a one-timer, and a good save there by Zarenko off court. Kurashev gets the puck on the boards, back to Bedard. One of the Blues has a broken stick. There's a shot fired wide by Kurashev. Shooting gallery out there right now. Skinner doesn't have his stick. Here's Bedard to the slot. There's another shot by Kurashev and a good save by Zarenko.
Boy, they're good together. You can see some of the stuff that we saw last year.
Here's Bedard. Again, Kurashev. Bedard lets it go and stopped by Zarenko. Rebound on the stick of Reichel. Plays it back to Kurashev. Over to Connor Bedard into the circle. Bedard down low, back to Kurashev. Scores! A beauty on the power play. 2-0 Chicago.
Holy jumping, that's some good playing right there. I mean, that's two players that feed off of one another. Kurashev, the left-hander on the right side. The stick's broken right there. Bedard buys some time, and this is the last of 4 glorious opportunities. Bedard knows that Skinner has already broken his stick in the previous play, so he's helpless, and he draws him to him as far as he can, opens up that lane, and then just fires it right to Kurashev. But boy, Kurashev had 3 or 4 unbelievable chances before that.
And the Hawks will stay on the power play. That was on the 5-on-3. .42 seconds left in the penalty to Johannesson. And Chicago on the 2-man advantage. Takes a 2-0 lead. Inside 4 to go in the first. Athanasiou wheeling in down the wing. Plays it back to the far point. Gutman there. Drops it off. Del Mastro. Nazar back to Del Mastro. Over for Athanasiou. Hopped away from him. He chops it into the corner though as he dives and makes a good play. Another broken stick for the Blues on the PK. Joseph doesn't have his stick with him. It's in the corner, busted in half. Puck play back to the line. Del Mastro down the boards. Gutman side of the goal. Donato put it in front. Shit just wide. Gutman on it. Takes a bump from Tucker, knocks him over. Good play there by Tucker on the PK. And the penalty comes to an end as Peterson steps out of the box.
Boy, the kids are humming. Playing a real relentless game, a real desperate game to battle for loose pucks and get them back. A good start here, obviously, in this hockey game.
Dean, little chip and chase into the Chicago zone. He'll flip it behind the net. Down low is Matthew Joseph. Looks the puck up the board, sticks with it. All the way back to the line, tries to get that towards the goal. Was off a foot. Now a shot is gloved by Soderblom.
Yeah, plenty of good chances there with Bedard on the left side. You can see the main target is going to be number 23. There's one right there. And then you hunt down the puck, you get it back. I know it's a 5-on-3 here, so there's going to be some openings. But when Connor's got the puck, you have to respect him. You have to go towards him. There's number 2 right there. And then we're not done yet. And let's bring it back, and go right back to him again. And that's an excellent save right there by Zarenko, that last one.
Here's a chance. Savoy in front. They score! Beautiful goal by the former Blues, Zach Sanford. 3-0 Hawks. On a nice setup by Sammy Savoy.
Very nice pass right there. A lefty going down the right side, just little heel-to-toe saucer pass. It's right on the mark. A good battle there by Slaggert, though, to bank it off the boards. Perfectly placed off the boards, and Savoy doesn't have to stop at all. I mean, that is a great bank shot. Watch Slaggert right there, wins the battle, puts it off the boards, and you can see from that point on a great pass, and Sanford makes no mistake.
Good first for the Hawks. Blues look to get some momentum back in their favor, but find themselves down by 3 as we're approaching the final 2 minutes of the opening period. Bedard works the puck in. Stolen. Worked back by Kaskamaki. To the Chicago line, no further. Cleared back out to the neutral zone. Pressuring is Reichel. Perunovic plays it back across. Joseph fires a pass ahead, and Ferrier able to get it over. Long feed down low by McGing, just out of the reach of the oncoming Blues forward. Picked up on the far side, LaFerriere. Helped out by Johannesson. There's a shot from a sharp angle off the outside of the net. Puck played back up the near boards and gets past everybody as Tyler Tucker had stumbled. That goes all the way back inside St. Louis territory. Pass knocked down by Nazar. And he's knocked down. Helped out by Doc. Carries in deep. Got it in front. Off a leg and fought off by Zarenko and then swatted away from danger. Came outside the line. Picked up. Could be an odd man rush. Here's a chance. Peterson right in. And Soderblom with a save. McCall making that stop on one of the few good chances the Blues have had here in the first period. Played back now. There's a double clutch and a shot off the skate of the defender Strand into the corner. A push back here by St. Louis. Dylan Peterson down low. Puck goes to the boards. Oh, good reverse hit there by Doc. The old reverse whammy as Doc leaned back, knocked Peterson over. Puck kept in at the line. Breaks Doc's stick as it was shot by Skinner. They come together in a heap along the near side. And finally it's cleared out to center ice. We're into the final minute of play of the opening period.
Yeah, good board work there by Doc. Determined effort. Then he takes a little bump as he goes to the bench. Peterson gave him a little shot. Dylan Peterson, a former product of BU.
Slager down the wing was by himself. He's leaned on by Kapanen, and the Blues clean up. Bring it out. Walker drops it off. Joseph chips it in. Strand takes it away. Athanasiou with a pass ahead for Slager. Didn't quite connect. Perunovic back the other way with a chip and chase. He's bumped though as Anderson got in the way. Strand plays it up the far side. That's picked off. Walker in the corner. Bats it out of the air. Inside the final 10 seconds of period 1. Blues look for one last shot before the horn sounds. Can't get it away. And Athanasiou relieves the pressure as period 1 comes to an end. Good first 20 minutes for Chicago. They outshoot the Blues 15-6 and have a 3-0 lead.
I guess so. Donato got the Hawks on the board. Del Mastro with an assist. I thought Del Mastro really asserted himself nicely in this game. And same with Kurashev, Bedard as a tandem as well.
So the Hawks start strong. Get goals from Donato, Kurashev, and Sanford. 3-0 after 1. Recently, Hawks GM Kyle Davidson sat down with Chicago Sports Network Pat Boyle to discuss the upcoming season. We'll have that next. Binny's Beverage Intermission, the official champagne of the Chicago Blackhawks.
People said I was crazy to do this. I wanted something different, radical, and fun. Born on the beach, San Diego, now rocked with pride worldwide. Welcome to your new favorite shades.
I have a structured settlement and I need cash now. Call JG Wentworth, 877 cash now. I have an annuity, but I need cash now. Call JG Wentworth, 877 cash now.
It's your money. Use it when you need it.
Call JG Wentworth, 877 cash now.
Book club host with roasted nuts and malted milk balls so good no one's talking about the book, but most of us didn't read it anyway. We snack to you. Road tripper whose pantry on wheels is filled with lush dried mangoes, cashews, and bourbon pecans for friends to munch? We snack to you. Parent juggling it all who nails it with snack bags and the side of dad jokes? We snack to you. Get 20% off and free shipping for new customers. Nuts.com, much more than just nuts.
This is the story of the one who doesn't just see a broken dock. He sees lost revenue, a late night, and work stalled to a halt. Thankfully, he has the experience to handle whatever comes his way and has Grainger on his side, offering access to technical product specialists and the scale to deliver fast, so he can keep his business in gear and always moving forward. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Today, when it comes to following sports, watching the ticker just won't cut it. Get the stats behind the stats with NHL Edge. So you won't just see that your team won, you'll see how. With data that highlights who scores from high-danger areas, who spends the most time on the attack, and where the game-changing saves are made. The only thing it won't tell you is what exactly gritty is. Know more about every stat, every shift, and every star with NHL Edge.
With Blackhawks general manager Kyle Davidson earlier in the week, and we talked about team expectations. You know, you entered the offseason saying you'd like to see this franchise take the next step. What does that look like to you?
Yeah, I think it mainly goes to our execution of our game, right? You know, we'd like to get more wins. We'd like to climb the standings to some extent, but we also have to be realistic about where we're at. But you know, I think we have the opportunity to impose ourselves on games more and execute at a higher level, certainly more than we did last year, and we think we've got the personnel to do that.
You had a lot of injuries last year, asked a lot of young guys to kind of step up and probably play a line or two above maybe where they would normally be slotted. So you went out in the offseason, you added a slew of veterans, and what was the thought process behind that?
Well, we want to build an environment of competition, and we want to make this team difficult to crack. We feel we've done that, but also when a player does step into the lineup, a young player does step into that room, that there's a standard and there's a level of execution that they need to meet, as well as it also allows us to put players in the best situation to succeed. Whether it's a player that you want in your bottom six, they can stay in the bottom six because we've got bodies to fill top six roles. So, you know, there's multiple reasons why we went down the road we did, but you know, overall, it's just to build a better team and better depth in our organization.
Connor Bedard goes out and wins the Calder in a season that threw a lot of curveballs at him, injury being one of them. What are your expectations for Bedard in year two?
Yeah, well, Connor now knows what the NHL grind is like. You know, we saw a lot of special moments from him last year, but we're looking for him to take the next step and take charge on both sides of the puck. I know he wants to be an impactful player on the defensive end too, as well as the offensive end. Expect to see some really exciting offensive moments, but I think for the most part, we're looking for him to drive the offense again this year, but again, provide some of that impact on the defensive side of things as well.
Up next on Binny's Beverage Depot intermission, we'll go behind the scenes of the Blackhawks rebuild from the latest episode of that.
I'm Anya's indecision. I thought we were good. Like with home projects, I used to make sure she got so twisted around, she wasn't even sure where to start. But Thumbtack changed her. With all the plans and guides and reminders, Anya's getting stuff done. And I'm getting ghosted.
Indecision doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack. Download the app today.
There's no place quite like the backyard. It's your dog's favorite place. Their run, jump, and chase place. Their go wherever they want and know it'll be okay place. And now, with Halo Collar, you can create your backyard any place. Instantly set up GPS fences anywhere and create boundaries that safely open up the world. So, wherever you live, wherever you go, you're always in your backyard. Get the all-new redesigned Halo Collar 4 today.
Introducing Mando Whole Body Deodorant. Mando's different. It's tough enough to control body odor in all your toughest smelling places. How does Mando work? Rather than covering up odor with heavy fragrances, Mando stops odor before it starts. Our formula is powered by an acidified technology and pH optimized. It works by blocking bacteria from digesting fluids on your skin like sweat anywhere on your body. Order Mando Whole Body Deodorant today and control your body odor better everywhere.
For the best deals, go to shopmando.com.
After Homoglow cleaned our place for $19, we fired our old housekeeper. Homoglow tackled everything, from our kitchen to our bathroom, all our laundry. You just pick a date, pick a cleaner, and enjoy a spotless house for $19.
Big in! Right now!
If you're going into war, you will just put it all out there. This will be the thing that I chase till I can't chase it anymore.
Welcome back to the NHL. Crowd on their feet. He scores! The signature pass with his hands. What a play. You have witnessed history. Unbelievable.
The San Jose Sharks select Jacqueline Celebrini.
They're back, and so are we. NHL Tonight on NHL Network.
You want to give them away?
No. It's always been about work, hockey, faith, family, that type of stuff. But having a daughter running around, I think, is definitely going to be first priority now, and it's definitely be excited to see how that is.
If how he treats our dog is any indication of that, he is going to be such a great dad.
Do we have to get like a prep bag or something like that?
The hospital bag?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we have to pack that. We'll have to do that once we get there because we can't do it yet. But
How many? Is that going to be a lot? Like, do you have to get a lot for that?
I mean, you'll have to pack a bag just because like you'll be there overnight, so you need like your
Am I
shower
sleeping
shoes.
there overnight too?
I mean, if I'm there overnight,
I'm just
I would
curious.
hope
I'm not
so.
sure how it works.
So you need like your.
He has such a great relationship with his dad, and he always talks about all the memories of them being at the rink, them driving in the car, songs they used to sing, things they used to do as kids, and so it's very clear that he wants to kind of be that guiding light in our daughter's life as well.
Brian's always been very focused. He's always had a love for hockey from the time he was a little kid, always had a stick in his hand. I think he referred to himself as Ryan Hockey Nato.
Look at me. What is your last name?
Every Halloween, he was a hockey player.
Every Christmas present, if it wasn't hockey related, he'd fire it across the room.
While growing up in the area, Ryan and Bradley met when they were 16 and have been together ever since. They both played collegiately at Harvard, with Ryan being coached by his father, who's been a knowledgeable resource on and off the ice.
It's such a special time, but I also know, and you know, we went through it, you think it's going to last forever, and sometimes it's easy to, to lose perspective of things that you can control to give yourself the best opportunity to have success.
Following up, it's Ryan Donato with a hustling.
Spring of 2018, signed with the Bruins, played the remainder of their season into playoffs, then went to Minnesota for about a year and a half, 2 years, San Jose for a year, and then went to Seattle for 2 years, Chicago last year, and Chicago again.
Let's go! Imagine if the most exciting, unthinkable.
Smash through the action. Break the ice with On the Fly. Catch every gargantuan goal, every seismic save, plus reacts from our experts. On the Fly begins Tuesday on NHL Network.
Tommy John is for men who value themselves and their comfort, who want fabrics that are lightweight, breathable, and insanely soft, with stay-put waistbands that adapt for the perfect fit. 360-degree stretch prevents ride-up and supports any move you make, and mind-blowing innovations like our Quick Draw Fly. We've also reinvented loungewear. Yeah, loungewear. You can trust our thousands of 5-star reviews, because Tommy John knows how comfortable you want to be.
Go to TommyJohn.com for 20% off your first order.
Are you certain he'll fit?
Sure.
Are you for imprint certain?
Certainty matters. When you need certain promo gear, you can be certain 4imprint's got it. Quality apparel? Got it. Drinkware? Got it. Bags? High-tech? Outdoor? Got it, got it, got it. So go get it at 4imprint.com. 4imprint for certain.
Ohio Stadium, where the Wolverine and Buckeye States meet to throw fuel on a century-old rivalry. But this time, it's different. This time, the roles of red and blue are reversed. This time, it's hockey at the shoe. The Blue Jackets and Red Wings take it outside with the Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Buy tickets now.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLshop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Big in right now!
If you're going into war, you will just put it all out there. This will be the thing that I chase till I can't chase it anymore.
Too strong, too fast, too good. The Chicago Bulls, 6th NBA championship. On the impact. Let's go, White Sox. Connor Bedard, shooting score.
Hello, I'm Jason Mamone. This is Blaine Halverson at Binny's.
That should hold it for now.
What should we do?
I know what to do.
You do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
You're my hero.
Saving the day is easy with CashNet USA.
When you need money fast, be the hero. Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need now.
Tires look great when they're new, but turn dull and brown over time. Restoring that new look with traditional tire dressings can be greasy and can sling all over your vehicle. And they just don't last. Cerakote's Rapid Ceramic Tire Coat is different. It's easy to apply and gives you that new tire look without the oily mess. Cerakote's proprietary technology bonds to the surface, repels the elements, and lasts longer than greasy dressings. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling family of products with over 40,000 5-star reviews. Tire Coat available for under $15 at these leading retailers today.
Welcome to StockX, your favorite app to shop sneakers and streetwear. From the greatest rails to the latest trends, everything you need is here. Our real-time marketplace gives you access to the hottest brands, allowing you to easily level up your style in just a few taps. Plus, you can trust that every order is StockX verified, backed up by our buyer promise. See what millions already know. Shop now at StockX.com.
The San Jose Sharks select Macklin Celebrini.
You're watching NHL Network. People said I was crazy to do this. Just a surf coach who wanted to shake up the sunglass industry. I wanted something different, radical, and fun. I didn't want to blend in, so I created Blenders. Born on the beach in San Diego, now rocked with pride worldwide. We're bright, we're bold, at a price that everyone can afford. Don't blend in. Welcome to your new favorite shades.
You're their favorite aunt.
So we decided if anything happened to us...
We want you to take the kids. Oh, you guys.
Doesn't count. This is giving me the fuzzies. But what you need is a will. Trust and Will makes it easy. For as low as $199, you can quickly create a state-specific, legally valid document that actually counts. What's cooking?
Twins.
Twins. Start your will at trustandwill.com and make it count.
Monday, new season, new questions. Get the latest on all the biggest stories as we embark on the new NHL campaign.
I love his competitive nature, so look out for this team.
NHL Tonight season preview, Monday, 7 Eastern on NHL Network.
Hockey on Chicago Sports Network is brought to you in part by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. With a brand new Hyundai, there's joy in every journey. Back inside Fiserv Forum in Milwaukee as we are getting set for the second period face-off after a solid first for the Hawks who lead the Blues 3-0. Take a look at the toast of the game, brought to you by Binny's Beverage Depot, the official champagne provider of the Chicago Blackhawks.
Well, let's toast to that opening 20 minutes of play. The shot by Donato goes off the leg of Tucker past the goaltender, Zarenko. That's the first of 3 right there. Del Mastro gets a nice assist at 1:32. And then the power play, a 5-on-3 and some brilliant puck movement. Look at that smile on his face. Philip Kurashev taking that pass from Connor Bedard, and thanks for coming. That's a power play goal at 16:01, and then a nice pass by Savoie right there, right on the tape to Sanford, and Sanford bangs home his first. Slaggert also gets an assist, making a great play at the boards right by the benches.
That period a little more like it for the Hawks.
Yeah, I think, number one, the atmosphere here is really good. Not that it isn't anywhere else, but it's kind of got that enthusiasm, because a lot of fans are, come in here from the local areas, whether from Chicago, many from St. Louis, but a lot from here locally from Wisconsin. They're big hockey fans for sure. And then and then as well, it's a battle between a lot of guys in the same age group. I mean, we're talking about Connor Bedard, and you got Kurashev and Lucas Reichel, but they've got Zach Dean, a first-round pick in a trade. They got Dalibor Dvorsky. They got Zach Bolduc. These are guys that they're looking at real closely here for the St. Louis Blues. So I think that also is what making it a fun game here tonight.
A last chance for a lot of those guys to make an impression this season. The final game of exhibition play. As Kurashev has the puck, he'll put it behind the net, but that's intercepted by Walker, stolen back by Kurashev. And waiting for it is Crevier. Plays it off the corner boards to Kurashev on the far side to Connor Bedard, but he had it taken away, and it's worked out by Kapanen. Gains the line, knocked off his stick, recovers, plays it in deep, just out of the reach of Joseph. Puck comes all the way around, Walker there. Now Joseph back up to the far point. There's a shot that's stopped by Soderblom. He didn't see that till the last second, but able to get in front and freeze the puck.
Well, Soderblom's been solid. I mean, changed his pads, changed his look from last year, where you often saw the all-black pads and gloves. And he made a little switch right here, and he worked hard in the offseason. He's been working hard with Jimmy Waite, the goaltending coach, and that one obviously just eludes them too. And there's the shot that Arvid squeezes, even though he slid a little bit to his right. By the way, Jimmy Waite, the great goaltending coach, former 8th overall pick. Guess who played the very first game in Milwaukee at the Bradley Center, the old building that the Bucks used to play in?
Who played the first ever game?
The very first game.
Was it Jimmy Waite?
It was an exhibition game between the Edmonton Oilers and the Hawks. I backed up Jimmy that night and saw it was a beautiful building, and it's not here anymore. Like, this has replaced it.
There's a shot that's turned away, and then a little rough stuff after the whistle. And
that's Peterson right there. Dylan Peterson. He was a little snarly late in that first period.
He was. Isaac Phillips for the Hawks. I think gloves are still on, but
well, the fans,
temper's flaring.
Fans want those linesmen just move away for a couple of seconds more. Let the boys go at it here. I mentioned Peterson played 4 years at BU, 26 goals in those 4 years. Phillips here, no one's got the gloves off right there, so it kind of came as a little battle in front right here. Let's just take a look at the progress of it all. And Phillips at one point's got to come in here and bump him out a little bit, and Peterson gets the gloves up high, and maybe the linesman jumped in there because the gloves, actually, they weren't off.
Yep. So they will sit each 2 for roughing, and we'll play some 4-on-4. Face-off will be to the right of Soderblom. Mentioned you were talking about Soderblom earlier. He's only played in one previous preseason game this year and was actually really good in a loss to Detroit. He stopped 31 of 33.
Very
2-0 game. Didn't get any run support, and he's looked pretty sharp so far tonight.
Yeah. Very, very much so. I mean, listen, the team goes out after he's up all year last year, and they signed Laurent Brossoit, and they basically signed him to a long, a deal that's not just 1 year.
Here's Athanasiou trying to get it in front and lost the handle. Let him cut off by Zarenko. Back to the line. Strand takes a look. Feeds it over. Nazar drops it off. Korchinski. Strand lets it go. And it's turned away by Zarenko with a good save on that chance by Strand. And the puck's played back to the Hawks zone.
Good passing play right there. And a brilliant save, too, with the right pad.
Nazar lost the puck, but gets helped out by Athanasiou. He had it taken away just inside the blue line. And the Blues work it through center. Dvorsky turns back. A little zigzag near his own zone. Now he bumps it back.
Yeah, he ended up playing in Sudbury of the Ontario Hockey League after being the 10th overall pick of the Blues.
88 points, 58 games in the OHL last season. Oh, puck kept alive barely at the blue line by Kaskamaki.
Mazar had that on his stick.
He did. Didn't get it out. Now might lead to a chance, and a good save there by Soderblom off Skinner sneaking in.
Get it out.
Still can't quite do it. Finally gets back up just in time to bump it back, and it's lifted up by Strand to center ice.
That's something that the young players, they learn rather quickly from the guys. You're that close to the blue line, the puck goes out. Let the Blues regroup and get it back in. Twice it happened.
Reichel into the zone, finds a bit of room with a shot, and it's off the glove of Zarenko and just wide. Nice little move by Reichel to buy himself some open ice and get a pretty good look. Allen works the puck to the line. Now it's onto the stick of Connor Bedard. He gains the line with some speed, stops in deep, flips it back to the line. Allen plays it over. Del Mastro will switch spots, gives it back to Bedard. On the backhand, put it in front. They score! Put on by Allen on a setup by Bedard, and it's 4-0 Hawks. Second helper for Connor Bedard in this game.
Now Bedard's hands with a quick little toe drag that he makes happen here. He's going to have it on the right-hand side of the ice. And once he gets it right here, he's got to make a nifty move right there, and he does so. And then everyone's going to the left of our picture, but Allen uses his skate. There's the move by Bedard on the forehand. Watch Allen use the skate and punch it back. And that goaltender's going one way, Allen's going the other, and he just tucks it in on the blocker side.
So Nolan Allen, the Saskatoon native, is on the right end of that play by the former Regina Pat, Connor Bedard.
32nd overall, last pick of the first round. There's where he uses that skate right there. And you can see, look at how many guys are looking the other way. Hey, even the goalie starts sliding that way, anticipating that it's not going to be stopped by his skate.
And that's a 4-on-4 goal. The coincidental minor penalties have now expired. Back to 5-on-5. Blues control off the faceoff. Johannesson feeds it out to center ice. Hawks sweep it back towards the line, not out. McEachran flings it around the boards. Toropchenko up on the forecheck. Gets the puck behind the net. Works it back to the line. There's a shot that whistles wide. Del Mastro, tumbling puck, bounced away for a moment, got it back. Savoie took a bump from Tucker. Toropchenko tries a shot. That hits traffic and bounces high in the air. And finally Sanford clears with a long pass to Gutman as he works in on Tucker. Knocked it away for a moment. Gutman gets it back. Trying to work it to the line, can't do it. Tied up by Zach Dean, and the puck winds up at center. Sanford's on it, he'll chip it in. Tied up along the boards, puck's in the corner, played back to the line, not out. Chipped over, here's Doc with a look at a shot, and that's turned away. Kind of gone off the pad of Zarenko. Fed back around, Doc to it. Drops it off in the corner. Nazar. Now Doc slides off his stick. Shoveled away by Tucker.
Took a good
Hawks
hit right there.
Donato with a chance, and that's off the blocker of Zarenko and out of play.
Had a good battle there behind the net, and Doc and Tucker are going to have some words right there. Doc's been good along the boards. I mean, it's such a vital part of the game of hockey is winning those board battles, and there's the shot, good save by Zarenko, who's faced a lot of high-end quality scoring chances, and the hit comes from right there behind the net, the backhander by Tucker, and then Doc goes to lean into him, but down goes Doc.
Donato facing off against Walker, who gets shown the door, so stepping in to take the drop for the Blues is Kasperi Kapanen, who wins it. Puck played behind the net for Schoenemann. And now Joseph feeds it over, dumped into the zone. Phillips back. Knocked away from him. Joseph flips it down the boards for Walker. Nice pass. There's a shot on goal by Kapanen that's stopped by Soderblom, and a little more pushing and shoving around the Chicago net, and Walker's in the middle of that.
Good for Phillips to get himself involved, the second scrum that he's been in. And Walker battling for position, made a heck of a pass there. Kind of a no-look backhand pass right to Kapanen, the right-hander, and Soderblom stepped out there and made himself look real big on this play. Here's Walker on the backhand right there. Slides it right between the legs of Phillips and then takes the hit. There's the shot right in the Hawk logo right there by Kapanen. Again, looking at that pass, and then Phillips leans right into Nathan Walker. Walker goes right back at him after that. I like it. Good battle.
Yep.
Make yourself noticeable out there. Do something. Make a difference.
That is the best advice any young player can get in a situation like this.
AJ Spellacy came in, and even though he's gone back to Windsor, you know, he made a mark. He let everybody know that he's going to be a heck of a prospect.
Don't want to be a wallflower when you're trying to make an impression. Joseph with a shot from the point that deflects into the corner. Korchinski took a bump.
I don't mind the
Joseph, the other one.
It's a good band.
It's a good band, yeah. Well, it's great if you want to listen to music. Not if you want to make an NHL team. Slager gets hit out at center ice from Joseph, who winds up with a puck, and here he goes. Gains the line with a play across to Dvorsky. Back down low for Matthew Joseph. Dvorsky to the point. Petrunovic gets it back to Dvorsky. He's being watched closely by Korchinski as they battle in the corner. Fed back to the near side, nobody home. The D had changed. The puck slides all the way back to the Blues' end.
That was a lot of skis that you had to say right there.
Blues able to break out as we're past the 5-minute mark of the second period. Shot off the right side, turned away, and we get a whistle. And a penalty coming up.
Cross-checking minor. Called by Francis Chiron.
Skinner, looks like it is.
Going to be on Skinner. Skinner had a couple in that first period. Defended his net and broke his stick in half on that one sequence that led to the 5-on-3 power play goal. And there it is right there. Kurashev getting knocked down. Tough one, just as you're entering the zone, too. What do they say? A few hundred feet from your net is not
a great spot to take a penalty. So the Hawks power play goes to work for the third time. 1 for 2. They scored on that 5-on-3. And that was the Kurashev goal. He's out there with his top unit.
This backside linesman here is making all the calls on this faceoff. Guy's just jumping a little prematurely.
Bedard back to Korchinski. Pass intercepted. Walker on it now, finds a bit of space and puts it back inside Hawks territory.
Another minor penalty coming up.
And that'll be against Chicago, so that will do it for the power play. It'll be a hooking call.
Little tug.
Colton Dach headed off.
Things even out in a hurry there. Another 4-on-4 sequence in this game. Opens things up a little bit. Oh, Luke Richards, you've got to be real happy with the performance here of the kids. And there's a look at it. It's in super slow motion, so easy for us to analyze the fact that, you know, Tucker kind of kept his elbow on that stick for a long period of time. And yeah, does the stick get, you know,
into the hands?
Parallel, but not a whole lot there.
Hawks have scored 4-on-4 in this period already and look to do it again. Bedard gains the line. Turn. Leaves it for Korchinski. Strand puts it behind the net. Korchinski can't catch up to it. Blues settle it down. Past 6 minutes gone here in the second. Joseph with a pass. Hopped off a stick, but right over to McKing into the zone. Turned over. Here comes Reichel on the counter. Gains the line with a play over. Del Mastro on the half board, stumbling. Sticks with the puck. Lucas Reichel trying to backhand it through a set of feet that didn't quite work, and the puck's played out to center. Now it's worked in by McKing. He'll turn on the far side and drop it off. Fed back to Schoenemann. On the half boards. Shadowed by Allen. That pass to the slot. Deflected on goal and fought off by Soderblom, who saw it at the last second and stuck out the right toe to make that save. 4-on-4 continuing here for another 22 seconds, and then the Blues will get a very brief power play, their first of the game, assuming no more penalties. Bolduc with a pass across, right onto the stick of Schoenemann, who carries into Dvorsky. Shakes a check by Nazar and feeds it over. Here's a chance for Joseph. Soderblom way out to challenge. They score on the rebound. Tucked in by Dvorsky.
That's his best shift of the game right there. And you can see why he went 10th overall. Some good hands. Then he got that on the backhand and flipped it over. Soderblom, who made a good save earlier, tried to get back onto the goal line right there. There's the move that I was talking about right there on Nazar. Then 54 goes right to the net after the shot by Joseph, and there's the backhand. Oh boy, that was a pretty severe angle right there. And again, the first one, yeah, Soderblom wants to keep that in the midsection. He can't, and that's what can happen so quickly. And nice backhand goal right there.
So that was a 4-on-4 goal for the Blues. Now they're on the power play and look to cut this lead in half really quickly with a couple of quick ones. Dying seconds, though, with a penalty to Chicago. Docks out of the box. They've killed it off, but the pressure still on. Joseph works the puck in deep. He's leaned on by Crevier. And now it's picked up by Donato. Look back into Chicago territory. Phillips there. And now it's to the line, but not out. Long shot from Joseph, sneaks through traffic, and it's stopped by Soderblom. Played back in front. Another save by Soderblom off Walker this time as he chipped it on goal, and Soderblom is able to cover up. 11:47 left in the second. Allen makes it 4-0, and then the Blues get on the board with a goal from Dvorsky. 4-1 in Milwaukee.
Superstars return to NHL Network.
And away we go.
When Sidney Crosby and the Penguins face Austin Matthews and the Leafs, and Connor McDavid and the Oilers host their intra-province rivals. It all starts Saturday, October 12th. NHL Network.
There's no place quite like the backyard. It's your dog's favorite place. Their run, jump, and chase place. Their go wherever they want and know it'll be okay place. And now, with Halo Collar, you can create your backyard any place. Instantly set up GPS fences anywhere and create boundaries that safely open up the world. So, wherever you live, wherever you go, you're always in your backyard. Get the all-new redesigned Halo Collar 4 today.
I think we need a bigger yard.
With our credit?
Credit Karma can show us how to improve our credit for free. Then we can get a place with a bigger yard.
Yay! Intuit Credit Karma. Download the app today.
We've had some great times together, but I need to let you go. And so, babe, it's done. I just
sold my car to Carvana! Woo!
No, even easier. I just entered my license plate and
answered a few questions. Bam!
I'm dropping off and getting paid today.
Offer was incredible! Carvana! How convenient is that? How convenient is
Oh, that's Dave.
Thanks for choosing Carvana. Here's your check.
Thanks. Sell your car today and get paid the same day with Carvana.
Hanger, this is a dream game for the hard-working scouting staff of the Chicago Blackhawks. Look at all the draft picks in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's what this game is well suited on for both franchises, and you can see the amount of picks and several with NHL experience. Lots of D, lots of forwards. It's not just, it's not just one-sided. It's not like you got 6 centermen and oh my goodness, what are we going to do later on? Someone's going to have to play the wing and. And the defensemen, the way the defensemen are, the size of the defensemen, adding a right-hand shot in Artie the Party, the second overall draft pick is a good one.
Well, you think about it, they've had 8 first-round picks over 3 seasons, 2 more next year. I mean, this is all clearly a conscious plan, and you just can't have too many great prospects in the pipeline.
Nope, you certainly can't. And then they've got to hit. That's the big part.
Puck up the board, Savoie trying to chop it out.
They don't all have to be first-round picks, You
find them wherever you need to.
Oh, my goodness. If you can sneak out a couple of thirds, fourths, and fifths, and they end up being NHL players, man, that's the way it gets built right there.
I think about those great Red Wing teams, the Zetterberg and Datsuk. They were way down in terms of draft position as we get an offside call at the St. Louis blue line with 11:13 to go in the period.
Yeah, you're right. That even the Bickles and the Keiths, you know, they're not all first picks. But here's Art. I'm talking about Levchinov, and you know, Levchinov has just been put on non-roster IR. And but he's gonna get better. He's on
close.
The ice skate.
Yep.
I'm really interested with Sasha Boisvert as well, going to North Dakota, and the history of Sasha and the background of scrapping and the tough kid that he is.
And Levchinov, the second overall pick, he's been skating the entire time. They just can't risk him being out there in a game situation and taking a shot off the foot.
Yeah, exactly
but
right.
The good thing is he's been able to stay in skating shape as that goes off the stick of Soderblom and out of play.
Yeah, it's going to be, I mean, he's just full of personality, and he loves being at the rink. I mean, I was talking the other day to Kyle Davidson. It's like, well, Connor Bedard is at the rink all the time. Everybody knows that. Well, guess who else is? And they're two different personalities, you know? I imagine behind the scenes that Levchinov and that energy that he brings to the table has got to make this guy laugh and, you know, bring some of that pop out of him as well.
Blues work it down low. McKing behind the net. Bumped off the puck, comes free. Hawks control. Phillips with a chance to work it out as he plays it ahead to Athanasiou. Wheeling down the right side. Gains the line with a shot. That was blocked by Joseph. Felt that one. Lifts that right leg.
Took it right on the laces, didn't he?
Ouch. Sticks with it.
That's the way to hunt the puck right there.
Good pressure by Athanasiou. Perunovic behind the net being hassled. Some more good work down low. Slaggert on the forecheck. Joseph lifts the puck to the line off a stick and out. And it was a Hawk stick that was over the shoulders that hit the puck, and they touched it first. So that's a high stick on the puck that draws a whistle just shy of the midway mark.
Yeah, and Rick, just, you know, use the speed, you know, get tenacious. I mean, it's a league in which you don't have to be overly physical. You just got to be strong on your stick, and you get in there first, and then the second man in's got to get in there quick. You know, you can have the first man in mentality, but if you don't have help with the second man, then there's going to be a loose puck, and it may go for naught. So I thought Slaggert did a good job of getting in there quick to back up Athanasiou.
Soderblom out to play it across to Del Mastro. And it's chipped out by Donato. Opened the scoring early in this one. Hit the linesman, though, and it's fired right back in. Tyler Tucker puts it deep in the Chicago zone. Comes back to it. Missed it. Look out. Here's Nazar. It's a 2-on-0 with Doc. Nazar right in. Scores! 5-0. 5-1. Hawks.
Nifty little move right there. One that he's done many times. And a reason why he's a first-round draft pick. But the battle there by the board man, Donato. He made the play, beat two Blues with that little flip-out play. And then Nazar's off to the races right there. And you could see that coming from a country mile. Yep. You knew exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to get the goaltender to spread the legs, slide it underneath him right there. And Zarenko doing the basically one skate on the left post, one on the right post, the stick in the midair. There's a lot of room to slide that between there. Nice move right there by Frank.
Hawks restore a 4-goal lead. And all that turnover just inside the Chicago line. They take off with it. It was a partial 2-on-0. Doc was the other guy on the rush.
Yeah, I don't think Frankie was looking at
no
Doc.
intention of passing. Right move. Goes through the wickets. Reichel down the wing, off a stick with that pass, deflected off the glass. Walker battling for the Blues. Puck under there somewhere. Some heavy lifting deep in St. Louis territory. Finally comes free, and it's flipped out. Rolling towards Soderblom. Stick handling. Went up on end on him, so all he can do is chip it into the corner.
But you know, it's been an area that Arvid is really, he's been working real hard at it, and he's getting
the puck
much
handling
better. Absolutely. That was a tough one. You're trying to take that from the forehand to the backhand like that. I think just stay to your strong side and just fire that out with some authority. But he's working at it. He's working at his entire game.
Perunovic hassling Reichel, did a good job to knock the puck free, tried to play it in front, hit the side of the goal, and Connor Bedard in the corner dropped it off, but Crevier couldn't get there in time. Toropchenko plays the puck down the wall. Work back up the boards by the Blues. Spinning is McEachran. It comes back to Joseph. He'll dump it to the other corner. The Blues a little pushback here as they keep the Hawks hemmed in their own zone for this shift. Here's Joseph. Lets it go, and that never got through. Pinballs around off a couple of skates, and it winds up onto the stick of Reichel, who feeds it out. Kurashev flips it in for Bedard. Racing back to it is Pierre-Olivier Joseph. But Bedard's able to get it. Played it in front. There's a one-timer that whistles high. Off the stick of Allen, who already has one in this game. He has it back again. Settles it down just inside the line. Feeds it across. Savoie down the boards. And now it's Zach Sanford. Put it in front. Big save by Zerenko. That was a terrific chance for Gutman right in front of the goal. Sanford from behind the net. Protects the puck. Makes a play towards the slot. Gutman takes a spill. Checked by Toropchenko. Hawks keep the pressure on. Savoie feeds it back up the boards. Blues finally have control. Perunovic gets the puck out to center ice.
Boy, that's the way to support one another, though. And a good hit to finish off that shift by Sanford.
Big Dina bump right in front of the Blues bench.
Then you get it in deep. Now you go for a change.
Sanford stays out on the forecheck with Gutman. And a battle ensues behind the Blues net as we approach the 13-minute mark of the second. Bouncing puck settled down and worked out by Laferriere as he gains the line. Bumps it back. Tucker feeds it around to the other side onto the stick of McGing. There's a penalty coming up. No, pardon me. Looks like Phillips got tripped up by Laferriere, but they let it go.
I mean, just lost an edge right there.
Yep. Slaggert flips the puck towards the goal.
I think that's a good non-call by the ref right there.
Fed back to the line and out to center ice. Laferriere plays it to an open wing. Return pass just out of his reach. Blues have closed the gap on the shots in this second period, down to 20-16, still in Chicago's favor. Puck back to the line. Fed to the other side. Skinner plays it down the boards behind the net. Phillips checked down low by Bolduc. Stays in the battle. Puck comes to the front. Oh, the backhand. That's stopped by Soderblom, and he's able to hang on. And more pushing and shoving around the Hawks goaltender.
Yeah, Phillips was in the middle of this one, but this was the result of Phillips trying to use the slot as an outlet pass. With all the pressure the Blues are given, that is not the place to put the puck. Ends up being a good save by Soderblom, and then the scrum happens after that.
6:10 left. Second, Frank Nazar on a breakaway. 5-1 Hawks.
Hey, I'm Ray's procrastination. You know, he'd want to take care of stuff, especially around the house. And I'm like, nice try, man. But then he started using Thumbtack. And now he's got planning tools to make it easy to get projects done. Even easier than not doing anything at all. Totally harsh, man.
Procrastination doesn't live here. You do. Take care of your home with Thumbtack. Download the app today.
Are your headlights cloudy and oxidized, making your car look bad? Are they underperforming when you need them most? Cerakote's Headlight Restoration Kit restores weathered headlights back to like new and keeps them that way for life. Stop wasting your time with solutions that don't last. Cerakote's kit includes everything you need to go from this to this. Simply wipe away oxidation, give them a light sanding, and apply the ceramic coating. That's it. The True Ceramic technology does the rest.
Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
Everything was hockey, hockey, hockey. You're pushing each other and just trying to make each other better at whatever you do.
Rated E10 for ages 10 and up.
Doesn't happen very often. Your first NHL game, putting on the Blackhawks sweater, alone for a skate as a rookie, going in on a beautiful pass by Seth Jones, and then sliding it in past the stick side, and then celebrating like that. That's his first NHL goal and his first NHL shot, and a heck of a celly.
And he had a nice goal tonight, going 5-hole on Zerenko on a breakaway. 13th overall pick in 22 out of Michigan. 41 points, 41 games as a sophomore.
got a first overall pick. There's Phillips in the penalty box there on that sequence. First overall, a 7th overall.
So the Blues are on a power play after that rough stuff following the last flurry around Soderblom. This will be the first real power play for the Blues. They had a very quick one on overlapping penalties earlier in the period. And they'll try to cut the Hawks lead to 3. As they go to work in the Chicago zone, Joseph to the circle. And now the half boards. Watched closely by Crevier. The huge defenseman leans on Joseph, and when that happens, there's not much you can do except fall to the ice and have the guy land on you. He is just a mountain. Louis Crevier, 6'8", 230.
When he and Vlasic were together, 6'6", 6'8", a wingspan of about, what, 25 feet anyway. And there he's got Joseph.
What's Joseph going to do?
Yeah, all right. Yeah, no, not much. No. Hey, I love what the officials move the puck. Move the puck. Yeah, I don't think I can move the puck. I'm going to eat the puck.
Donato against Walker in the faceoff circle. Joseph gets it back to the line where it's controlled now by Kapanen. Perunovic gets it back. Matthew Joseph. Walker in his feet, bounce back to the boards. Perunovic activates. He'll play it all the way around for Kapanen, but he moved over and he can't get back to it in time. Hawks PK changing. 3 of them get off. Crevier stays out. Wheeling in is Kapanen, and they blow it down on the offside.
Ooh, and he just fired that puck off the glass and out of play.
A little frustration showing there. He had a head full of steam on that rush, and the played eyes of the blue line.
There's Claude Julien in the bottom right of your screen. We mentioned that earlier. Look at Mike Weber, the former defenseman. Long time with the Buffalo Sabres. Rochester Americans as a coach, and then joined the ranks when Mike Van Ryn went off to Toronto. And he and Berube are reunited there on the Leaf bench.
Puck chopped off a stick. It trickles right to Soderblom, who puts the puck to the corner, and now it's off the glass and out. And racing after it on the PK is Savoie. He's pressuring Johannesson. And he's able to settle it down for the Blues and make a play to Bolduc. Big scorer and junior in the Quebec League. Tries a long shot. Not going to fool Soderblom. He's able to snag that and hang on.
How far away was that shot? And no, not far away. I was going to... They're allowed to make a change right there. Yep, just outside the blue line. It's beyond center ice, and the goalie doesn't play that. Then the
defending team
can't make a change. Yep.
Nolan Allen circles the net, clears the puck to center, glove down, but then taken away. Anderson with a good play, trying to chip it through. And at the last moment, it was stopped by Johannesson, who got a stick on it. Anderson stays with it, though, and banks it back towards Crevier. He'll take it at center and eat up some time on the PK as he plays it over to Allen. Glove down by Zarenko. Final 10 seconds of this power play. We're inside 5 minutes to go in the period. Dvorsky trying to gain entry. He does. Stick handles into the zone, plays the puck in deep. Allen tied up by Bolduc. Power play comes to an end. Pass back to the point, nobody home, and that'll go all the way down, and the Hawks able to get some fresh legs off the bench. Blues start a change as well.
Little mix-up there was a benefit to the Hawks.
Long feed up the far wing. And Peterson didn't touch it, so that's an icing call on St. Louis.
Things slowing down just a little bit.
They are. It's been a pretty lively tempo to this game. Settling in here in the second period.
Yeah, and there's been some other parts of the game that I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed, you know, Phillips in front of his net. He paid a price. He's been in a couple of skirmishes. You know, try to get in a scrap, but they gave 2 for roughing, but protecting your net, getting mean in front of the net.
Chip and chase into the zone by Peterson. Tied up by Strand. Flipped ahead by Donato. And now we've got a Blues penalty coming up. Tyler Tucker got his stick into the feet of Doc and tripped him up, and Hawks going on the power play. Another man advantage for Chicago when we come back to Milwaukee. It's 5-1 Hawks on the Chicago Sports Network.
That should hold it for now.
What should we do?
I know what to do.
You do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
You're my hero.
Saving the day is easy with CashNet USA.
When you need money fast, be the hero. Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need now.
Great days start with great underwear, and Tommy John makes the greatest. We know that when you're free from distractions, anything is possible. That's why everything we make is meticulously crafted from breathable stretch fabric for the perfect fit, including our sleepwear that feels even softer than it looks. When you wake up to Tommy John, each day feels better than the last, because greatness is in our very fabric. Go to TommyJohn.com now for 25% off your first order.
It's game night on NHL Network.
The Avalanche. The Kings.
Flames take on the Canadiens.
Follow all the action.
The Senators. Flyers. The Hurricanes.
Take on the Blackhawks.
Take on the Maple Leafs.
All season, NHL Network has live games featuring the league's best.
I'm going to circle every single game.
Don't miss game night on NHL Network.
Are you kidding me?
Let's drop the puck.
Let's drop the puck.
Let's drop the puck.
Live hockey lives on NHL Network.
Well, the Hawks playing a tight 5-man unit in their own zone, and you see Doc comes out here, try to get that out, and bang. Takes a little shot from behind right there, knocking him down. He's an aggressive defenseman. He plays on his toes, and that's how he's made it as a 7th-round pick into the NHL. Tyler Tucker.
From Thunder Bay, Ontario. Sits for 2. Hawks go on the power play. 4th time, 1 for 3. And that came on a 5-on-3. First period, they'll set it up. Kurashev, who has the power play goal, feeds it back. Korchinski to Connor Bedard, just inside the line. Bedard surveys, trying to feather one through. It's deflected. It winds up on the stick of Kurashev. Lays it down low. Here's Doc in front. Scores on his own rebound. Works out of the corner. Off the pad. Back of the net. 6-1 Hawks.
Well, you like to have goal line presence, and that's where Doc gets himself set up on the left side of your screen. You're gonna see where he is right here, and once he gets the puck, he's got lots of room right there. And he kind of makes a little hesitation move at first, looking one way. Looks like the Blues were expecting a pass, and instead he fires the first one off the pad, or the stick or the pad, and then the rebound's there, and he beats the goaltender, Zarenko, on the stick side. I love when you have a little goal line presence like that. We see a lot of that with Patty Maroon. See a lot. I always love watching the Washington Capitals power play, where you got, the hash marks to the goal line to a right-hand player like Oshie in the slot for a one-timer. You got just so many different variations that you can utilize.
Puck out to center ice. Puck fed up the boards and cleared. Del Mastro back to it. Did I call him Kirby, Doc? Hanger, I might have.
It's okay.
I knew it was going to happen.
Yep.
At least once tonight.
It's inevitable.
Yep. Two brothers. There's a puck off a stick and up into the netting with 2:14 to go in the period.
You haven't messed up the Joseph brothers. You just keep calling them Joseph.
That's the best way to do it.
Of course, Kirby Doc once wore number 77.
Yep.
For the Hawks that Patty Maroon's got now. Who's the first 77 that you can remember?
Oh, man.
Phil Esposito going to the Rangers.
Yeah.
When he went from Boston to the Rangers, I think.
Yeah, that's probably the one. A long time ago. Been some great ones, though.
Yeah, I loved when they retired Esposito's sweater in Boston, and Ray Bourque took off his 7, and underneath was 77, and he handed that 7 right there to Phil Esposito. That was one of the great moments in their jersey retirement.
Hawks look to keep the pressure on, fed back to the line. Strand lays a pass through for Savoie. To the side of the goal. Knocked back behind the net.
I think Savoie should have a dash and then put fair on the end of it.
We'll talk to him after the game. I have a feeling he won't. There's a pass for Sanford that's just off the mark, goes all the way down, and that will be icing on Chicago as we're approaching the final minute of play.
Rick, there was nothing like playing with Savoie Fair, Denny Savard. It was unreal. I mean, I remember the first time I got called up in 84-85 from the Milwaukee Admirals. I went into practice. I didn't stop a thing. Yeah, and Savvy always grabbed a loose puck, and he'd just buzz around, and the coach would be meeting everybody at center ice, but Savvy would always grab one puck and come in on you one-on-one and challenge you, you know? He was unbelievable and fun.
Pierre-Olivier Joseph with a shot that was blocked by Sanford. There's Dvorsky trying to sneak one on goal. That goes off a stick wide. Protected on the far side by Perunovic. Now it's fed back to the line. Rister off a skate, blocked in front, bounces right to Sanford. He'll bank it ahead and try to catch up to it with Savoie. It was behind coverage, but it hit the referee in the skate. Drop back the other way. Dvorsky steers that on goal. Turned aside by Soderblom. Dvorsky gets it back. Joseph at the line with a shot. And lots of bodies in front of the goal. The puck never got through, and it's cleared out. And that might be icing, but it has enough.
Oh, he's going to make it.
Get the sweepers on that one. They wave it off. Half minute left in the period. Deflected in just wide. Korchinski back. Hawks bring it out. Nazar. Donato. Blues break up that entry. Walker plays it ahead. Matthew Joseph back to Walker. His stick's tied up. Donato clears, and everybody at the Blues bench dives for cover. The goaltender Joel Hofer there. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Got to get the mitts ready. Just caught the glass. As the horn sounds, puck tipped over the crossbar. Second period comes to an end, and the Hawks build on their lead through 40 minutes of play.
Yeah, how about Nolan Allen getting his first goal in the preseason there from Connor Bedard? That one 4-on-4, and then Nazar and Doc finish it off for a 6-1 lopsided lead right now after 40 minutes of play.
Shots a lot closer than they were after one, but the Hawks in control through 2 periods of play, up by 5. Coming up, Pat and Kaylee are in studio to break down the upcoming season. That'll be next on the Binny's Beverage Intermission Report. Binny's, the official champagne provider of the Chicago Blackhawks.
There's an easier way. From painting and cleaning to repairs and more. Taking care of your home is easy with Thumbtack. Download the Thumbtack app and start caring for your home today.
Send those pics in. What we running with today? You already know.
Joe, Trav is about to go off tonight.
Thanks. That's the play.
Run it, and I'll see y'all tonight.
You might have to run that.
I told y'all to run that. Come on now. You said it. Come on. You said it.
Download the PrizePicks app today. Enter $5 and get $50 instantly. PrizePicks, run your game.
Guys, got hair loss? I know what you're thinking. Should I shave my head? Comb it over? Wear a hat? Just stop. This isn't 1970. Keep your hair and your confidence because Bosley, America's #1 hair restoration experts, can give you your real hair back permanently. Check them out because they're giving away an absolutely free information kit and a free gift card to everyone who scans this QR code. Dude, you don't have to look like your dad because this isn't your dad's hair loss treatment. People all over the country trust Bosley because they're ahead of the curve. They use the latest technology to give you your real hair back. And the best part, Bosley's permanent solution is protected by the Bosley Guarantee. Let them show you for free how awesome your hair could look with an absolutely free information kit and a gift card for $250 off. Scan the QR code. Don't wait. Scan the code now and ask about the Bosley Guarantee.
Welcome back to the NHL. The signature Matthew shot. Bobrovsky with a robbery. You have witnessed history.
They're back, and so are we. NHL Tonight on NHL Network.
It's got guts, intelligence, ingenuity. It'll catch you, drain you, thrill you, and feed you. That's Chicago sports. That's the Chicago Sports Network. Because Chicago is our family. We're forever connected. Because our city was scorched and then rebuilt better. We love our alleys and our gangways. We love our perfect grid, sliced by Milwaukee and Elston, embraced by Archer and the lake, the river, a ventricle, another force of nature we handle, reversed, affecting all our arteries. Because Chicago works. Chicago's got heart and plenty of heartbreak, but we're proud of the teams we rep on our chests. We are Chicago. We are the Chicago Sports Network. Everywhere you are, the Chicago Sports Network is home.
Dear unbreakable spirit.
Look, we've all been there. Your AC decides to quit, turning your home into an unbearable sweatbox, and now you have to deal with it. Hi, I'm Joe. And this is why I invented iFlow, the world's first automatic AC drain line cleaning system to keep your AC going and the cool air flowing. Look, that's a drain pan overflow that damages ceilings and walls, and you're left to pay for it all. Here's why. A thick, slimy, sticky bacteria called Zuglia lives inside your drain pan and drain line, clogging it up and causing your AC to shut down. But don't worry. That's why I invented iFlow. iFlow is a smart, automated device that dispenses our proven bioenzymatic cleaning fluid that actively breaks down the Zuglia and flushes it out of the drain line, helping to prevent those costly clogs. And the best part is, installing iFlow is a breeze. Just stick it on the air handler, connect the iFlow, insert the cleaner cartridge, and you're good to go. And you don't have to be a pro to do it, because there's an iFlow app to help you through it.
For special money-saving deals, visit buyiflow.com.
Hi, I sell deodorant for a living, but not just any deodorant. The whole body deodorant designed just for guys. Mando whole body deodorant is clinically proven to block odor all day and control it for 72 hours. Plus, it was invented by a doctor right here in the USA. What's Mando's secret? It paralyzes odor-causing bacteria. You stop bacteria, you stop odor before it starts. Now get this, because our deodorants are free from any harsh chemicals, they work safely anywhere on your body. New customers get 30% off at shopmando.com.
Let's go! Imagine if the most exciting, unthinkable, iconic NHL moments could be yours. Well, now they can, because NHL Breakaway lets you collect highlights from your favorite players and teams. Collect a moment, relive a memory, and trade history with these officially licensed digital collectibles. Make history yours with NHL Breakaway.
Each year during Hispanic Heritage Month, the NHL, NHLPA, and the entire hockey community celebrate the contributions of the Hispanic community to the game of hockey.
An ode to the Hispanic culture that permeates this team and this community 365 days a year.
This is Hispanic Heritage Month. Tonight, Hispanic Heritage Night here at the Garden.
Welcome back to Binny's Beverage Depot Blackhawks Intermission on Chicago Sports Network. The Blackhawks made a lot of moves in the offseason, Kyle Davidson did, adding a lot of veterans like Tyler Bertuzzi, Patty Maroon, TJ Brody, Alec Martinez, Laurent Brossoit. And, you know, it's going to help out Nick Foligno, who has done a lot of the recruiting to bring these guys in. In fact, here's what he had to do this summer to bring some of these names to Chicago.
I think I'm just old and I know a lot of guys, and you know, you start to get to know who people are that, and like I talk about, their hearts, where their minds are at, their professional careers, and you want to be around those guys. And you know, I couldn't be more excited about the people that Kyle went out and got, and you know, and being able to reach out to them after we signed and saying, hey, this is what we're trying to do here, and they're excited. They're, you know, having those conversations about why they're coming, or you know, the opportunity they might have, and you know, and making them feel a part of it. That's the most important thing. If you can, like I talked about, if you can feel ownership as soon as you come to a team, you're going to feel a sense of belonging, and it kind of makes you work that much harder to want to make an impact when you get here. So that's the messaging behind it, and I'm sure I drove my wife nuts being on the phone so much this summer, but it was worth it.
Kaylee, so Nick is going to have some help in the leadership role with this team this season.
He is. I was really impressed with the way Nick Foligno came in and really took on that leadership role from the get-go last season. He has all the intangibles. He was born into the hockey world. And it's nice for him. He's not going to have all of the pressure on him this season. It's great. He's going to be wearing the C, but it's still going to be by committee. And now the Blackhawks have an older team, one of the oldest teams in the National Hockey League. So you bring in a player like Teuvo Teravainen. He's worn the Blackhawks sweater. He's won a Stanley Cup as a member of the Chicago Blackhawks. He knows what it takes, and he's gone through 6 consecutive seasons now with Carolina and Rod Brind'Amour and in that team that plays at a high-compete, high-energy style. So he's going to come in here and be a great player to lean on and bring that championship culture into this dressing room. Tyler Bertuzzi, he was just a part of the Detroit Red Wings rebuild. He's been through the highs and lows. Great personality. He adds that bang, that toughness. He's missing a tooth. We love to see it when he comes into training camp. You know that's a good sign for this group. You've got the toughness, somebody who's been there in this situation already, and then had to perform and put up some of his most productive numbers in a high-stakes, high-pressure situation like the Toronto Maple Leafs where he was, and Boston for a short period of time. So they've got the high-end skill. We may see them play with Connor Bedard, but either way, great leadership. Pat Maroon, 3 cups. That's 3, different ways of winning championships with 2 different teams. And I just think you can't put that in the way that these players have come in here. They know their role. They've been there. They can keep these young guys in check, teach them how to be professional. So it's great that Nick Foligno is going to have so many different older guys that have been there in all sorts of positions in their career, and he's going to be there with them leading the charge together.
Vinny's Beverage Depot intermission will be right back here on your home for the Blackhawks Chicago Sports Network.
3, 2.
That should hold it for now. What should we do?
I know what to do.
You do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
You're my hero.
Saving the day is easy with CashNet USA.
When you need money fast, be the hero. Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need now.
1 second, Grandma. This guy's gonna buy my car.
Okay. You need Carvana. Entering plate number. No accidents, right?
No.
Generating offer. Carvana can pick it up tomorrow.
That's an amazing offer.
Sell your car the easy way with Carvana.
Are your headlights cloudy and oxidized, making your car look bad? Are they underperforming when you need them most? Cerakote's Headlight Restoration Kit restores weathered headlights back to like new and keeps them that way for life. Stop wasting your time with solutions that don't last. Cerakote's kit includes everything you need to go from this to this. Simply wipe away oxidation, give them a light sanding, and apply the ceramic coating. That's it. The True Ceramic technology does the rest.
Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Big is right now!
You're going into war. Do you want to just put it all out there?
This would be the thing that I chase, so I can't chase it anymore.
There's a lot of excitement for sure in the team. You can feel that. I can feel the change coming here. I'm happy to be part of it. It's one of the big reasons why I wanted to come here.
We drafted Teuvo, he played in Finland, and then he came over to kind of complete the season with the Blackhawks. And I picked him up from the airport, went to different dinners and stuff together just so he had someone to kind of talk to or if he had any questions. And then fast forward to he's a free agent. I know Teuvo as a person, we know him well as a player. It was something that, you know, if he ever got to free agency, then it was a situation we wanted to pursue, and so we're really happy to bring him in and excited to make him a Blackhawk again.
Good memories, and I know Kyle from the old days too. I remember him. The last time I was here, I was the young guy. Great players they had here before. I was learning from those guys. They made my job pretty easy, and I guess I'm trying to do that same. Just trying to be myself, be a good teammate, be a good player, help those young guys to get better.
Do you like this sort of thing? The cameras?
Not my favorite, maybe. This feels like I'm back in my rookie days. Got drafted by the Blackhawks, and now I'm back, so I feel young again.
Eric's going to tell you exactly what to do.
All right. Hopefully I don't fall down.
He's just grown into a really reliable two-way forward. Got great hockey sense, great vision, but then he's also grown his two-way game to the point where he's very reliable defensively.
Not really. A little bit. Takes a while.
Teuvo's role has changed since he was here last, but he's ready to take on the challenge as a seasoned veteran.
Hello, I'm Jason Mamone. This is Blaine Halverson at Binny's Beverage Depot. We make
the San Jose Sharks select Macklin Celebrini.
You're watching NHL Network.
From our earliest days here at the Hockey Hall of Fame, we've wanted to be a place where hockey fans could come and really experience the game. Some would say we were interactive before interactive was interactive. And did we make some mistakes? Maybe a couple, but we think we've really nailed it this time. Shoot it, save it, call it. Only at the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Ohio Stadium, where the Wolverine and Buckeye States meet to throw fuel on a century-old rivalry. But this time, it's different. This time, the roles of red and blue are reversed. This time, it's hockey at the shoe. The Blue Jackets and Red Wings take it outside with the Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Buy tickets now.
Step into the world of Goriana, where every hour is golden hour. Created.
Finish it strong. Don't back up and be passive just because you've got a 6-1 lead. Keep going and push it forward. Continue to win the battles. And they've certainly done a good job of that. But that's Bolduc, though. I was expecting a little bit more here. That was his first real good shot on goal in this game.
Puck bouncing around. Johannesson took a bump in the corner from Doc. Puck slides free, and the Hawks are able to clear it. Glove down at center ice. Although applying pressure was Nazar. Might be offside. No, play continues.
Oh, going to be a hold or a hook. I'm not sure which one he's going to call.
Looks like a hook.
I think the young defenseman from Sweden, Johannesson, I think he kind of latched onto that stick a little bit there. That's just a battle between two players. I think I'd prefer to let that one just go.
Well, it looks like Doc is the guilty party, yeah.
Yeah, but Johannesson had him. We'll take a closer look here. There you see that. See the right hand?
Yeah, he grabs onto it.
Pretty sly move there from the young.
Here's Dean down the right side. Plays the puck back to Johannesson with a long shot. Turned aside. Rebound picked up. Dean cuts in deep. Loose puck near the crease. The Hawks able to get control and play it down the ice.
Tell you what, Nolan Allen was the one that had a firm stick, a good stick right there before Dean could get a backhander.
Final half minute on this power play. Dvorsky into the zone. Puck played in deep. Nazar chips it around. Johannesson pinching. Had it taken away. Nazar couldn't get it out, though. Got it back with a nice stick lift there, and away he goes. Here's Frankie Nazar. Works the puck in. Nazar looking for a second. It's hauled down, got a shot away, and Hofer's able to make the save.
No call on the play, but a great effort there by Nazar.
Nice job to get to the net on that opportunity. Shorthanded as the power play for the Blues comes to an end. Donato back the other way, just onside, but lost the handle as he tried to work it between the feet of Doc. Now a penalty coming up to the Blues. Or pardon me, it might be against the Hawks. Donato touches the puck, and that'll be a holding call. And it's Donato going to the box. So the Blues right back on the power play, Panger.
Young Morgan McPhee making that call right there. But here's that play that I'm talking about right there. And Savoy gets the shaft of the stick on. Then uses his skate to punch it ahead. And Kurashev's off to the races there. Gets a lot on it. And Joel Hofer just steps out there and covers a lot of net. And here's Frank Nazar right here. Nazar just gets it, and then now he goes. And watch this. Oh, good play there. But Dvorsky gives him a little shove. And that's where I thought there might have been a little minor penalty from behind. But he defends the scoring chance. No call against. And a good play by Frank Nazar.
Blues back on the power play. Matthew Joseph turning along the far side. Feeds it back to the line. Gets the return pass. And then drops it off. There's a shot from the point. They score. Fired home on that shot by Scott Perunovich. And the power play for the Blues gets their second goal of the game.
That's a good shot by Perunovich. Not the biggest guy in the world, but he's good at handling that power play, and you can see that he got a lot on that one, and it was low. And there's a face-off. Anderson takes the draw right there, and now it's a setup. And you keep your eye on where Perunovich ends up going there, towards the middle of the ice on the little give and go. The backhand pass by Joseph, and then that beats Soderblom cleanly to the stick side. Toropchenko was in front of the net, but he was a little bit of a moving screen and maybe trying to redirect it from the back of his blade, but did not get a piece of it. That'll be all Perunovich's goal. The Hibbing, Minnesota native. You're a big music fan. It's the home of Bob Dylan.
Yes, I know that because you told me. I knew he was from Minnesota. I didn't know that was the hometown. So Sanford into the zone, takes a bump as he plays the puck into the corner. Hawks lead down to 6-2. 5 minutes gone, third period. So the fourth Blues power play pays off. Worked in by McEachern. Nobody else heads off. He's by himself. Chips the puck into the corner. Fed to the other side. Schuneman over to it. Watched by Crevier. Puck goes back behind the Chicago net. There's a shot that whistles wide off the stick of Skinner. Leaned into one but missed. Skinner again. Forced to the boards. Knocked away neatly by the defender Korchinski, and the puck's out to center ice. Blues are back on it. They've got a bit more jump here in the third. Lafreniere feeds it over, and there's a nice save there by Soderblom on that opportunity. Puck back to Skinner, trying a shot. That goes off the foot of Sanford into the corner.
That was Kaskamaki, the Finn, that had a chance to maybe one-time that shot, and he waited too long. That allowed Soderblom to get back in position and make the save.
Puck goes out of play in behind the Chicago net, just past the 6-minute mark. Here in the third, that power play goal by the Blues, their second goal of the game, but the Hawks still up by 4.
There are a couple of things on the line tonight.
I do think that this team finds a way to win this game.
Fun game to keep our eye on tonight. Was that something? That'll bring the house down.
That should hold it for now.
What should we do?
I know what to do.
You do?
I'm going to CashNetUSA.com. I can apply in minutes, and if approved, we can have the money in our account as soon as the same business day.
You're my hero.
Saving the day is easy with CashNet USA.
When you need money fast, be the hero. Go to CashNetUSA.com to apply for the money you need now.
This is the one. She fixes, she manages, she perfects. Because maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
What are you doing?
Yo, Sean, put him on game.
He's locked in on Prize Picks. Just pick more or less on at least 2 players and lock in for the game. Enter a lineup for as little as $5 and get $50 instantly.
Plus, you can play in almost every state.
Download the Prize Picks app today. Enter $5 and get $50 instantly with Code TV. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Oh, you already know, bro.
Hey, Blackhawks fans, follow your Blackhawks at chsn.com. Presented by Nationwide Insurance agent Jeff Vukovich. Get to enjoy the Vuk as much as you do the jingle at jeffvuk.com. Nationwide is on your side.
Lots of fans in the building here. I mean, obviously the majority of them being Blackhawk fans, but I'm looking down and I see so many old sweaters. I'm looking over to my right, I see an Al Secord sweater. I'm looking, down below, there's loads of Canes, and there's a Nazar sweater right there.
Yeah, that guy was happy when he scored that goal earlier.
Yeah, he sure was.
Yeah, tons of
Hawks
gear in this building.
Kane might be the winner on the sweaters. I got a Rutu sweater down there. Cristobal Huet.
Hey, Gordie Howe, Hartford Whalers.
Got some Blues sweater
down here.
Tarasenko and Pietrangelo. Joe Sakic sweater from the Quebec Nordiques down there.
Beautiful. It's been a great crowd in here. It's been a fun night. Lots of Hawk fans enjoying this with a 6-2 lead. Reichel pressuring Perunovic, forcing him back to his blue line. Connor Bedard.
Oh, Bolduc just snapped that back from him.
And he looks back looking for a slashing call that he doesn't get.
After Reichel did a good job, and then Bedard supported him to get the puck.
3 helpers for Bedard in this game. Del Mastro with a little move behind the net to buy a little ice on the far side and clear the puck out. Skinner settles it down near his own line with a feet ahead. Backhanded in by Dvorsky.
Ooh, that stick tripped up Del Mastro there. That's one player that I think he's opened my eyes anyway. I think he's played well, and that would be Dylan Peterson.
Puck protected by Schuneman as he'll try the other side, works it ahead, and gets it out to center. Here's a chance for a shot, but whistle blew, and Kasperi Kapanen pulled up just in time and didn't let it fly. Oh my goodness!
Oh,
who's that handsome guy?
There are lots of old sweaters out here. Well, the question was asked on the Jumbotron, were the Milwaukee Admirals an affiliate of the Chicago Blackhawks?
Yep.
Yes, for 1 year.
1 year.
That was the year. I didn't think I had hair back then.
That's a nice cloth.
Hey, that's a good flow.
That is good, yeah. Very nice. A lot of moose, I think, back then. Tanger. One will be offside. Doc touched the puck. They finally blow it down, and we'll get a face-off outside the St. Louis zone with 12:27 left in the third.
My first professional coach, was Cliff Corral. The great Cliff Corral. And if you're watching out there, Cliff, we say hello. And his wife, Lene, saw me come off the bus. We moved our training camp to St. Catharines, and she said, "Boy, is your stick boy ever cute?" Cliff said, "Well, that's our goalie."
Oh, that's funny.
Jim, Ralph, and myself, we were the 2 goaltenders that year. I added the cute parts.
Yes. That's how you heard it anyway. And who am I to question?
Cliffy loved it. And then Cliffy got called up to the Hawks, and Jimmy Pappin, great number 8, was our head coach for the rest of the year.
Matthew Joseph plays the puck in deep. Nazar's on it. Shakes a forecheck with a nice little move, but then gave it away at the blue line. And now a chance for Joseph in front. Plays it across, and it's denied. Walker couldn't get a clean shot away. Had an open side, too, but his stick was tied up.
Joseph might have had the better chance.
Yep.
He's in all alone.
Oh, that started with a giveaway at the blue line. Nazar tips the puck ahead to Colton Dock. He can't get it out. Kept in by Walker. Dumps it back down low. Both teams start to change. Donato tips the puck in deep, and he'll head to the bench. Back to it for the Blues, Perunovic. Their second goal in this game. Plays it across, fired in by Johannesson. Soderblom wings it around the glass, and it bounces right to Anderson. He'll feed it across. Finds his man, Slager, into the zone. Anderson back on it. Cuts down low. Tries a shot. That's turned away by Hofer.
I think he was looking for Athanasiou to go hard to the net, maybe get a rebound right there, because Athanasiou came off the bench on a change.
Anderson with a play back to the line. Korchinski with a shot. That goes off Slaggert's stick high. Crevier feeds it around the boards. Anderson gets the puck back. Crevier with a wrister. Bounced in front. Hit the pad of the goaltender Hofer, and then all sorts of chaos ensues as Athanasiou was knocked down in the goal crease. Puck winds up out at center.
Might have hit him or Perunovic.
Athanasiou back up and on the puck as he'll retreat back inside his own blue line, approaching the midway mark of the third period. Savoie. Now Korchinski chips it in. They blow it down offside at the St. Louis blue line.
Well, Athanasiou goes to the front of the net, battling Perunovic, who's got the only goal here in the third period. And there you see right there, yeah, that did nibble on him right there. And then Hofer trying to give him a shove back there. Keep your eye on that. No, maybe he was anticipating it because he kind of flung his head, but then he took a pop right there from the goaltender, Joe Hofer.
Skinner spins, gets the puck across to LaFerriere, who
good hit.
A big hit thrown at the blue line. Leading into his man was Nolan Allen. Long shot wide of the Hawks goal. Hawks on the puck, chance to get it out. Gutman got it to center. Skinner recovers near his own zone, and that pass intercepted. Stepping in front of that was Del Mastro. Hard pressure on the forecheck by Sanford. The former Blue has a goal against his old team tonight. Gets some help. Pass to the point. Fed across to Korchinski. Stumbles. Back up. Wrister. That was blocked, and it winds up out at center. We haven't noticed the ice that bad tonight. They don't play hockey here on a regular basis. That's been pretty good, but we saw Korchinski catch that edge and go down a moment ago.
Well, understandably, I think they've done an excellent job
here. I agree.
This was well prepared. Great logo in the middle of the ice, center ice, the home away from home series.
Long pass. Peterson chasing. Crevier converging on him. They come together. Puck and feet. Johannesson couldn't take it. Slides back into his own zone. Tucker. That's deflected in. Soderblom gives the puck to Phillips. He'll feed it ahead to Kurashev. Has trouble with it. Can't clear the zone. Bolduc kept it onside with a play to the other side. That wrister wide. Up the boards and out. As reaching for it was Tucker. He'll swat it back in. Blues caught offside. Everybody changing anyway with 8:20 left in the third period. And a 6-2 Hawks lead.
Big group with the Hawks will have the day off tomorrow. Practice at home, head to Utah.
Start that trip. They leave Monday, game Tuesday. First ever game for the Utah Hockey Club. And that'll be a fun one. And then off to Canada for games in Winnipeg, Edmonton, and Calgary. 4-game road trip to start the season. They opened up with a 5-gamer last year. Donato carries out. Puts one wide of the goal.
That's a good dump in right there. Give your two forecheckers an opportunity to get the puck back.
Matthew Joseph will lift it to center ice. Kapanen. Allen able to chip it away from him as he tried to get free. Puck was bouncing. Athanasiou stumbling. And now it's worked back into the zone by McEachern. Taken away though. Here goes Landon Slaggert with some good speed. Try to cut in front. Chopped off his stick. Following up. Anderson couldn't settle it down. Gets it back now. Slaggert's in front. Puck played to the line of Korchinski. Fakes. Works it down the boards. Korchinski in deep. Still with it. Took a check from Skinner.
Yeah, Skinner did a good job of riding him off there. Yep. Korchinski was going into no man's land. Knew he was going to get bumped, and he did so right there.
Back in position now. He takes a spill. We'll see more guys stumble now in the third period.
Because you said that about the ice.
I know. I cursed it. There's a backhand chance and a good save by Soderblom on that opportunity by Zach Dean. Hawks clear. Might be icing. Wave it off. Play continues.
Pretty good burst of speed there from Slaggert going down that right side.
I would agree. He was flying. And they blow that one down on the icing call. Hey, Hawks fans, we want to remind you that the latest episode of Every Shift airs immediately after the game. Tonight, right here on Chicago Sports Network.
That Every Shift is good.
Excellent.
Really good. I found out last year what kind of cereal that Luke eats, and has eaten for like 25 years. So, good save with the glove right there on the backhander. That was on Dean. Dean came over to the Blues in the Ivan Barbashev deal.
Yep.
The year that Vegas won the Stanley Cup, and Barbashev was a big part of it. So Barbashev with 2 cup rings. Same with Pietrangelo.
Zach Dean, a late first-round pick of Vegas in 21. The Newfoundlander played his junior hockey in the Quebec League. He won a gold medal with Canada at the World Junior Championship in 2023 as well. Hawks steered in deep. Reichel up on the forecheck, knocked away from him, but it's picked up by Kurashev. Puts it back into the corner. Keep pucks deep, you're up big. Smart play.
Absolutely. Yep. Keep it a North game. Don't get into any bad habits, and bad habits often result in, obviously, mistakes and sloppiness, but also injury. You end up being in the wrong spot, you take a puck off the ankle, it's because you haven't put the puck in the right spot. Connor Bedard, a teammate of Dean's on that gold medal Canadian team. And here's what he's done tonight. Hasn't disappointed. Fans here in Milwaukee loving it. Great dipsy doodle right there on Perunovic. Then a backhand pass. And Allen takes that off the skate and into the net. And then this was a thing of beauty right here. It was this one didn't work. Let's settle things down. Kurashev plays it right back to Doc. And Doc fires it in. But Bedard also set up that beautiful one-timer there from Kurashev for the second goal of the game on the power play.
3-point night for Connor Bedard. That shot off a skate. Puck picked up by Perunovic. Takes his time down the boards with that pass. Bolduc feeds it on the far side. Joseph puts it in deep. And then gets it back. Pierre-Olivier Joseph with a wrister that's blocked in front. Getting in the way was Isaac Phillips. Gets the puck back, chance to get it out. Trying to spring Bedard, but that pass a little too hot to handle. It bounces right to the goaltender. Hofer, who covers up, and we get a face-off with 5:10 to go in the third. Hawks with a 4-goal lead, up 6-2, late stages, third period. And there was going to be a break, but because the puck was fired in from the other side of center and Hofer froze it, it's like an icing call. Yeah, now the officials get that straightened out. And now they're saying no. All right, did I miss that? They're taking the play back to Chicago end.
As it was an icing.
Okay.
So cross the line, hit the boards, and he played it.
But did they blow it down on icing before he touched it?
That's exactly what it was. Yeah.
All right. Faceoff goes back to the Hawk zone. Gutman won the draw. Puck cleared out. Sanford on it. Taken away. Schoenemann makes a pass, and away goes Hunter Skinner. Dumps the puck in. Del Mastro had it chipped away by Walker. Still behind the net. And good work there by Ethan Del Mastro to get the puck free finally. And it's off the boards and out. Skinner controls. Banks it ahead. Kapanen's pass. That's off Gutman's stick into the zone. Del Mastro back for it. All the way around. It's intercepted, though, by Kapanen. They'll drop it back to the blue line. Now it's fed down low. That shot goes well wide. Hawks should be able to get it out and do. It's lofted to center. Tucker plays it ahead. Joseph banks it to an open wing. Kapanen looked like he might have been headed to the bench. Finally gets off as the Hawks dump it in, and the whistle blows. 4:06 left, third period. Hawks up 6-2 in Milwaukee on the Blues. Chicago Sports Network.
Is your car's plastic trim faded and milky? Don't worry. Cerakote's ceramic trim coat restores oxidized trim effortlessly. Just wipe it on. It's guaranteed for 200 washes. Even dust won't stick to it. Keep your car looking professional. Selling your oxidized, faded trim car? Detailed cars sell for way more than faded cars. Read the thousands of 5-star reviews for yourself. Buy any of Cerakote's #1 selling ceramic products for under $20 at these leading retailers today.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Today, when it comes to comparing players, the backs of their hockey cards just won't cut it. Get the stats behind the stats with NHL Edge, featuring its one-of-a-kind comparison tool. So you're not just comparing point totals, you're comparing speed, shot power, and impact on the game. But if we're being honest, you can't compare style points, at least not yet. Know more about every stat, every shift, and every star with NHL Edge.
Backing up, that allows space in the neutral zone. It allows space going across the blue line, and you know, he's a big, strong fella that's going to be better and better with the boots. You know, with the feet, with the coordination, with the crossovers, with the, you know, just making sure that, you know, when in doubt, you stay out. But if you're backing off, you just get burnt in the National Hockey League, or any league for that matter. You have to have that gap closure to begin the rush, and then you back up with the play. And then you've got a chance to put on the brakes and pop somebody when they don't expect it.
Another one of those long, rangy young defenseman the Hawks have in the pipeline. He's 6'4", 210. Yep. You know, Vlasic clearly has developed into a great player already, but you know, he's a big guy. And, you know, we're watching tonight Crevier again, another guy 6'8". Like, they've got a lot of big blue liners coming up through the system, and that is, it's funny when the playoffs come how size on the blue line is a factor, and so many teams with, you know, you saw it in St. Louis. That's
how you win championships.
Yeah, that's how you win.
The Vegas Golden Knights. I mean, look at long sticks. I mean, a bunch of redwood trees, and one general manager once told me, you can have a small bush, but you got to have the redwood trees. Can't hold a whole bunch of those little bushes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that Vegas team, that blue line was terrific. Puck tipped in by the Hawks, approaching the final 3 minutes of the third period. Fed up the boards, just outside the line. Now the Hawks control, and here comes Donato. He opened the scoring in this game early in the first, looking for his second with a shot. A pretty good look there. That goes just wide. Chip back towards the front of the goal. Donato again, bouncing puck, put that 4 feet over the crossbar. Athanasiou back to it. Phillips. Slaggert stumbling. That pass intercepted. Here's Athanasiou. Lost the handle at the last second. So these two teams will each get a win against each other in the preseason. The Blues have come back from behind to win in overtime in their building early in the exhibition schedule as Soderblom makes a save. They'll see each other 3 times in the regular season, including the Winter Classic at Wrigley, New Year's Eve. 2.5 left, 6-2 Hawks.
Monday, new season, new questions. Get the latest on all the biggest stories as we embark on the new NHL campaign.
I love his competitive nature, so look out for this team.
NHL Tonight season preview, Monday 7 Eastern on NHL Network.
This is the one who keeps it moving. He stocks the right parts and knows just where to find them. Because this is about more than business. The industrial grade products you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tires look great when they're new, but turn dull and brown over time. Restoring that new look with traditional tire dressings can be greasy and can sling all over your vehicle. And they just don't last. Cerakote's Rapid Ceramic Tire Coat is different. It's easy to apply and gives you that new tire look without the oily mess. Cerakote's proprietary technology bonds to the surface, repels the elements, and lasts longer than greasy dressings. You can trust Cerakote's #1 selling family of products with over 40,000 5-star reviews. Tire Coat available for under $15 at these leading retailers today.
We were wondering if anything happened to us.
We want you to take the kids.
Doesn't count.
What you need is a will, something you can sign and make official. Start your will at trustandwill.com and make it count.
Before the next commercial, find out if you're overpaying for car insurance. FinanceBuzz.com compares the rates of over 90 carriers, from emus, geckos, and ladies in lab coats, to see who gives you the best price. Go to FinanceBuzz.com.
Well, last year, the Central Division, pretty darn strong. You see that Colorado, Dallas, Nashville, Winnipeg made the playoffs. You see Utah's got that because it doesn't count because they're not the Arizona Coyotes. The Arizona Coyotes' numbers and stats, they stay in Arizona.
They stay in Arizona, yeah.
And
they got a team back.
But obviously Arizona did not make the playoffs. This Utah Hockey Club is going to be knocking on the door. I've got them as my most improved club, and I've got them making the playoffs this year.
Yeah, they had a lot of things go in the right direction last season. You could see them trending that way. They had a good young hockey team. I would not be surprised at all if they're in the dance when the regular season comes to an end. And we'll get a chance to see them on Tuesday for the Hawks opener in Salt Lake City. Kurashev on the puck, feeds it over. Here's Crevier. And there's a penalty coming up. So, and some punches being thrown.
Oh, yeah. I was watching Crevier come in on that great pass by Kurashev, and man.
Wow, this got heated quick.
Yeah, it does. Kurashev, when he saw it, he jumped right in there. And is that Dylan Peterson? He was all over it in the second period.
Yeah,
remember, Korchinski's over there in the corner. Korchinski's got
Dvorsky.
A couple of former first-rounders.
And was that Bedard getting worked over in front of the net?
It sure was.
Yeah. All that happened is Crevier was coming in with a pretty good shot. Let's take a look. Connor Bedard was in the middle of all this.
Okay, let's take a look at Bedard's got the puck right there, plays it off the boards. Now he's going, he took a whack from behind by Bolduc.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what happened. And he turned around and he said, enough of that. And Bolduc gave him a little bit of a whack right there.
Good for him.
We'll get a closer look at it right here. The one-on-one battle.
Oh, yeah.
And then they go down the ice.
Let's see.
So Bedard started with a little shove there, a little poke there on the back, and
ooh, he got him with a right too.
In came Reichel, in came Kurashev. Crevier was right there. The fans on their feet, everybody loving it. You got to defend yourself. You got to back it up. He and Bolduc having a little battle at one end of the ice, leads to a little poke from the other, leads for a turnaround and saying, let's go. Earlier in the game, Connor Bedard gets, there we go.
Ooh, yeah.
That was the very first part. Remember, that was the one that went off the netting.
And led to a power play, which it shouldn't have. But
led to a power play, shouldn't have, because they got a delay of game penalty shortly after that. But that Bolduc's trying to make the St. Louis Blues and make an impression there. And
for sure, but you don't think Connor Bedard filed that one away for the end of the game? Of course he did.
Exactly.
So that explains what just happened.
Yep. Little cross-check in the ribs by Bolduc. I like it. He's certainly, I mean, he's a competitive son of a gun. I mean, you're not picked number one overall. You don't just float through every league you go through and be the number one overall pick. You've got to have some that competitive zeal to your game, and you've got to have that pushback as well, because that's happened all his life as teams have, circled that number 98 and gone after him. And it's been a good evening here in Milwaukee. Did you go to that museum you were going to go to here?
The Laverne and Shirley Museum?
Laverne and Shirley Museum? No, you didn't go?
I couldn't find it.
I had a ticket for you, too.
My first time in Milwaukee.
What do you think?
I love it. Beautiful place. And the atmosphere in this building has been fantastic. I mean, it has been lively from start to finish, and lots of Hawk fans. So we're very happy with the way things have gone here. And after all that, we stay 5-on-5. So pretend it never happened. Although all those penalties will send those players to an early shower. We're inside 2 minutes to go here in the third period of play. Be a nice palate cleanser for the Hawks after being on the wrong end of a couple of lopsided scores against Minnesota. They'll deliver a pretty lopsided decision against the St. Louis Blues and look to build on this as they head towards the start of the regular season on Tuesday.
Maybe that'll be the heavyweight bout of the Winter Classic. Bolduc and Connor Bedard, gloves off center ice. That'll get Wrigley going right off the hop.
By the way, great job by our crew pulling that out from earlier in the game. Bedard getting cross-checked. There's a chance off the outside of the post. Puck bouncing around, stays out. Go back and find that. Now it all contextualizes everything. And why that happened. We're into the final minute of play with the Hawks up big. And that all started when Crevier was coming in on the wing with a pretty good scoring chance.
Yep, it was. It was a great pass by Kurashev to lead the big 6'12" defenseman.
That'd be 7 feet, but he's not quite there.
The 19-foot stick he's got.
Final 30 seconds. There's a shot that goes high. There's one more shot off a stick, and that goes out of play with 12 seconds to go.
And partner, I will see you in Utah. Fly with you after my game on TNT Wednesday. Neither one of us do that Tuesday game that you're looking at right now. That's on ESPN. They got a doubleheader, a tripleheader that day. ESPN does.
Terrific.
And then we'll, man, how about those for back-to-backs? Winnipeg Jets, and then the Oilers Stanley Cup finalist losing in Game 7, Edmonton Oilers, and a couple of days off before we have the Rick Ball homecoming parade in Calgary, Alberta, Canada.
Final seconds wind down. There's a shot turned away by Soderblom. Hawks steer home an impressive win. Their final game of the preseason as they knock off the Blues in Milwaukee, 6-2.
And how about this crowd staying to the very end on their feet? Just fantastic environment. Well done, Milwaukee. Great stuff.
A lot of fun. Great vibe. And a solid outing by the Hawks. Soderblom was good too.
Very good. Real solid, but the young defenseman as well protected the front of the net. Soderblom stayed real patient in the net. Stayed between the posts. You know, he had good control of the net or the crease, as a lot of goalies like to say. And a Dominic Hasek sweater. Wow, that goes back a little bit. Good work by everyone there. But the thing of beauty was that.
Thanks for watching our presentation of NHL preseason action. Stay tuned to the NHL Network as we continue to get you set for the 2024-25 season.
From our earliest days here at the Hockey Hall of Fame, we've wanted to be a place where hockey fans could come and really experience the game. Some would say we were interactive before interactive was interactive. And did we make some mistakes? Maybe a couple, but we think we've really nailed it this time. Shoot it, save it, call it. Only at the Hockey Hall of Fame.
Ohio Stadium, where the Wolverine and Buckeye States meet to throw fuel on a century-old rivalry. But this time, it's different. This time, the roles of red and blue are reversed. This time, it's hockey at the shoe. The Blue Jackets and Red Wings take it outside with the Navy Federal Credit Union NHL Stadium Series. Buy tickets now.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
Couple of shots so far on this Golden Knights power play, which is now over. It's 4 versus 4 for 40 seconds. Then you'll have about a minute for a San Jose power play. Eichel driving right wing. Swooping behind and dishing to Theodore, but he's carried out of the zone. Hurdle, Eichel, Petrangelo, Theodore, 4 out for the Knights. Fronted by Winberg and Gushchev. Theodore gains the line. Shooting save. A rebound bounces away from Eichel, who got all the way to the crease. Wenberg starts to hit.